This is the swing in this place.
I like this place.
No shit.
I'm out here to make a record, you dumb cracker. It's not heavy enough.
I like this place.
Check it out.
Strange sounds came out.
The fuck are you going?
Commitment, passionate, urban arts, sonic science, music is magic, move it or lose it, live an assassin, you gotta improve it, invoke soul, the ember burn, got a lot of shit we must unlearn, captive audience, sonic science, commitment, passionate.
I better do something before the anger kills me. Take a deep breath through the chest, I'm fresh. Party at levels that's unhealthy with no assurance some of y'all want wealth. Stealth urban ninjas creep and lurk wearing same shirts. 30 Sanchez dicks, fiendful perks. Photographers got access to Colonel Kurtz. Some people go to church to relay to hurt. For some folks hip-hop is the temple, for others it's a rental. And they yell and keep it simple, stupid. My ass is not gonna dumb it down, your ponies get from me. I'm Lee Quinones in my ponies. Admit it, kid, this is a hot little piece. You'll entreat Doc Police, retreat and what's our next crease. No fears from the wet through of myself. Then I found that health is some wealth, feeling well.
Commitment, passionate, urban arts, sonic science, music is magic, move it or lose it, live an assassin, you gotta improve it, invoke soul, the ember burn, got a lot of shit we must unlearn, captive audience, sonic science, commitment,
Scatter mine and envy none. Odd one, son of a rubber's gonna flow, so stop a top rank, half moon slouch, waiting to rain, hail a brainstorm. Wanna set a fire, finish it for slow days, it's old and it's classic. Lock your own map, forget about shots, and brought a fall off course. In the worst case, it's fatal to try some at the grave kid. Some of the count for the headstrong, but should've slid. Made off the break beat, Joel hit him with the boom back, giving the mind a setback from the silent majority. Raps to straight from the artery. Hip hop soul shot from the window, and hit him in the eye, close shop and let the swelling stop. Box to the juke, let it pour, abusing you hand in hand, fit dirty water at the neck, check bottom from Louis Skirmishy, and at the fall, ragdoll. I wish you well to the four corner, then I excel like Santa when you list the sister, red rider, BB guns, yeah, at my feet, and you're slipping deep, guess he wasn't wiggy, you for the ornaments, and they prove your point, you still wanna cut yourself, your blade was doing nothing, slow, psych it up and go back to what you know.
Commitment, passionate, urban arts, sonic science, music is magic, move it or lose it, live in the sad scene, they gotta improve it, invoke soul, MFer, got a lot of shit we must unlearn, got the audience, sonic science, commitment, passion.
What the fuck happened? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thoughtchild is playing music for a long time. Oh, I can't hear Thoughtchild. Oh, I can't see him. It's taking a long time for something to happen according to me, because I'm the writer and producer of the show and the one who puts his ass out on the line and spends the 3 hours before every show and the 2 hours after every show. So I how long do I have to sit here and wait for this free shit? I do not control market cycles, nor do I control the Apple Corporation, Alphabet, the penal system. I do control my penal system, but I don't control the justice system, as it were. They call it that. That's funny. Yeah, there's a lot of shit I don't fucking control, guys. And in case you haven't been able to deduce, the shortest fuse that I have is the fuse for entitlement. So, if you are a male, unless you are giving heavily, and I mean heavily, because somebody who kicks in a little bit here and there, you're paying for what you're already getting. If you're a man and you're not throwing thousands and thousands of dollars at this operation, take a breath. Don't take it personally. I do want to request that you will consider shutting the fuck completely up. If you are a female and you are not gently cupping snuggling, lifting, tickling, kissing, treasuring. My testicles and penis shaft. I would also additionally ask that you step the fuck back. Hi, everybody. What to go on now? Yeah, rough day. The goon. What up, goon? What up, my goon? Probably hear that in the background, don't y'all? That's the sound of single fatherhood. Washing clothes and shit. You know what? That's going to get on my fucking nerves. Hold up. Yeah, man. Relax. Just fucking relax, guys. That's the sound of freedom. Freedom! Yeah! All right, let's shut that washer off. Yo, guys, you have no idea what's about to happen tonight. You have no clue. And I know that you think we're talking about the appearance of a man who 4 days from today will be the 1-year anniversary that this good man, this highly principled and strong man, y'all glommed onto because he had something that you were missing, lacking. You needed like that strong guy, that minority dude with that urban presence and that attitude, right? To like, I don't know, represent y'all up in here, right? Y'all took to him, man, like fucking flies on shield. You did, and it's with good reason. If you ask me, that was faith well placed in that young man. But it was 4 days from this very moment that young man gave this one his first shot in Hexico. Now that's all that was. I had occupied DJ booths. I had occupied stages. I opened up for, I don't know, a guy you may have heard of called Nas, just a little old rapper thing, you know. Yeah, I opened up for him before. But my musical skills and taste were so varied that I also opened up for a man who produced Bob Marley by the name of Lee Scratch Perry. I opened for. My musical skills and taste were so varied that I opened up for a little old band that you could call a tribute to none other than Fela Kuti of Nigeria, the Afrobeat wizard. There was a group out of Brooklyn called Antibalas. I opened for Antibalas too. So let me see. Nas, Antibalas, Lee Scratch Perry. Oh, right. My musical skills and taste were so wide and varied that you may have heard of a song called "The Young and Dun and Tall and Dum Dum," the girl from Ipanema goes on dinner. You ever hear that shit? Yeah, that. God, I always murder them names, man. I always murder them. Zande was Shunjay. My new friend Zami is Jaime. Okay, so it was Yao, 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 Gilberto, wrote Girl from Ipanema. He had a daughter named Bebel. Okay, your boy opened for Bebel Gilberto. I did. So those four things are fucking true, absolutely true. I could prove them if they were ever called into question. And that was the life before I came in here. But I'm still going to say all the same that Wales gave me an opportunity because, as many of you know, it is the co-signature of those who teach us, right? Of masters, of veterans, in this place in particular, OGs, original gangsters, you know, the first movers, as I refer to them. A cosign from them can go a long way towards getting you some DAP, getting you some credit in here. Now, Wales would probably be the luminary who wasn't day one. He came in about 75 days before I did. Maybe a hundo, but he's a rare bird that he would carry so much DAP, right? And be a luminary, and that his co-signature for me kind of got me respect and kind of buoyed me in this community. You know where it didn't get me any points? Oh yeah. With the fake motherfuckers who aren't actually Hexicans. They are when mimes. When mimes. Yeah. They didn't give a fuck because they want Hex to fail, Richard to choke on a chicken bone, and they want everyone in tears except for themselves. Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun in the coming 10 years, 15 years. Wiping the planet of that ilk. All right, so listen. I got some really beloved people up in here, man. I see my people. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for coming. Alan, fils ami. Yeah. Well, you know how they say, listen to that 432 hertz music, man, at night, man, and it'll make all your dreams come true. Abundance programming, right, Alan? Well, how about you let this shit play while you're trying to go to sleep? Make you a bigger, stronger man when you wake up in the morning, dog, right? Look at that. Oh, wait, there it is. Mummer trucker. You mummer trucker. I was security for them motherfuckers. You want to talk about getting sideways. It's like, oh, no. Better get to work. Got a shift. Like, fuck. Mummers get sideways, dog. No joke. Running security for them on fucking New Year's Day was no joke either. Any of that shit people say about the racism, it may very well be true in certain corners of that whole culture, but the people, come on. This one, yeah, that was nowhere near the guys I was with, man. At all. Doors? The Doors is back. Yo, what's that? Oh, shit. Guess what, son? I might have to show that before the end of the episode. I got a Pennsylvania license plate with 369 on it. And I didn't even try to get that shit. Okay, for those of you who don't know and you get all confused, you sometimes need some context with my humor. That voice right there, that whole Texan thing, Jason Brashears. Jason Brashears, archaics. That's how he talks, okay? So when I do that, I'm not just being a jackass. It's got something to it. Who's this handsome devil? Look at his avatar. Yeah. You know, you guys, some of you get the wrong idea. You think that because I'm strong man and I'm like men's issues and I'm like recovery of masculinity And I'm pro testosterone, like expression of testosterone. These like feminazi types and these people who are like these nutless left-wing liberals, of which I could ostensibly count myself formerly from that track. I could go deeply into that and how that all works. Because I am where I am now, but I'm about sovereignty, autonomy, freedom, responsibility. Guess what? I'm not. I ain't no fucking Republican neither. Y'all act like, oh yeah, fucking, you're fucking two wings of the same bird. Wake the fuck up. And you want to know another thing? Your boy is a Jewish Zionist. Do you know what a Zionist is? You want me to do my Gilbert Gottfried now? A Zionist. Refer to the Talmud. If you're not a Zionist, you aren't fit to lick the chum from the bottom of their fucking boot. You guys got fucking sold a bill of goods with fucking Homeboy. Oh my God. It's like, oh God. Oh, I forgot to file them down this morning. Oh shit. Oh, them lines are getting shallow. Oh, God damn it. I forgot to fuck my sister last night. I ate a whole goddamn box of Crayola. I've been breathing out my mouth all morning. I forgot to fuck my sister. God damn it, man. You guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't let me even go there. It's not in the plan. You guys who think that hairpiece wearing motherfucker is Jesus. And then you'll backpedal real quick. They'll be like, oh, well, he's the lesser of the two evil. Oh my God. You know what? I shouldn't be mean about it. I shouldn't. I should start offering some 101 classes. That way you guys can become familiar with the modalities of thinking and the experience and the reading. You know what I mean? That would allow a man to comport himself in this way right here and speak with such confidence as I do. You know what I mean? Like in the same way, like if Wales was to give you guys like a charting, like TA class or something, maybe I should like have a class to show you guys how Donald Trump has this many solutions to all of your real problems. Just like Elon Musk buying Twitter. Oh my God, in Hexico, you guys got yourself some fucking Elon Musk underoos and shit. You guys were like, you know, fucking showing them off to your wife and shit after work. You're like, look what I bought today, honey. Fuck, that's him right there. Yeah, his last name's Musk. That's pretty funny, huh? Elon. My God. You know, some fucking asshole at work was telling me that Elon was the name in Werner von Braun's only work of fiction. That's right. The Nazi who they put in charge of NASA right out the gate. He wrote one book. Well, it was about like some Luciferian Satanist who was going to go to Mars and save humanity. And the hero's name was Elon. There's no Nazis in South Africa. Oh, jeez. Oh. That's why the yucks. I'll lose my mind, man. I will completely lose my mind. And I'll forget that my path to knowing this shit took coming out of my mother with 190 billion IQ combined with a life of hell on earth. Like, why would I act like that's something everybody's supposed to go through and possess? So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to check myself. I'm trying. I just get really frustrated really easily. Fuck. What up, my beloveds? Oh, speaking of beloveds, look at her. Rawr. I was never into blonde-haired women until I met Hexy Quinn. Fuck what? No, you know what? Let's keep it a hundo. I had a Viking. I had a Viking girlfriend, a Norwegian actually. Do I? Well, I don't have the guitar, but I have a Gibson 335 knockoff here. That Viking, let's call her the Shield Maiden. The only blonde-haired woman I ever had as a steady in my life. She took this $2,500 guitar one time when she, didn't get her way. She took that fucking guitar, man, and she went Wakka like that, and the shit, in the air, and I was like, on the 335 Gibson, they're plugged in the quarter inch. I mean, fuck what, man? The design of that was like really bad for what she did, because if it had been like where they usually are, it would have landed on the face and pops the strings or something. Maybe bent the neck, adjusted, all good. This bitch threw that thing and its face is this way and the quarter inch cable's like this. So it goes wub, 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 and lands and goes wow, and the quarter inch cable goes like that. That's why you don't fuck with blondes. And if you do, always say yes, ma'am. Killing in the name of I'm on a rat M kick tonight. Killing in the name of KITNO. Kitno. I'm on a ratum. That must be the generation after mine. Commies now. Ratum. Man, I'm trying to give a fuck. Oh well, I can't. People in the music business are not actually anything. Okay. In fact, they could be dead. I'm literally telling you the truth. What they are is a delivery system. And they have everything designed for them that's going to be put out to the public. So like the real Marshall Mathers could be 4'7" tall. He could be caramel skinned with purple tails. He could be Jehovah's Witness. You know what I mean? Who celebrates fucking Hindu holidays or something. But you have what you perceive as Eminem and his beliefs. Now, if he's caught on a microphone saying something, you best believe that motherfucker's reading from a script. And if he doesn't, it's not just that he could kiss, because a lot of them would gladly give up at this point. They gladly give up the money, gladly give up the fame. It don't go like that when you sign that pact with the devil, my brothers and sisters. They'll be like, oh, you like mom and daughter like living today? That's the level of shit. That's the level of shit. Michael Jackson did not play ball for a total of fucking 7 minutes. How does most of our society perceive Michael Jackson now? Right. Now I'm here to tell you something. Oh, you could flip out. You could flip the fuck out all you want. There's nobody in Hexico that stands stronger for the innocence of children and for chopping pedophiles' hands, feet, and cocks off. I am here to tell you something. Michael Jackson never touched no kids. He never did. That man had way too much love in his... In fact, I'd put it around my level of the feelings that Michael Jackson had for innocent children. They did that to him to drive the point home. They did. They said, we're not only going to destroy you, we're going to paint a picture of you that is the most reprehensible thing you could possibly conceive of. And we'll make the rest of your days in this realm a living hell. And they did. And when they were tired of doing that, they killed his ass. They killed his ass, just like they killed Prince. Fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. I like you more already. No, I certainly am not here to boss no women around, but I'm coming out the bag of I ain't being told neither. Hey, guys, we might have a rumor of a strange and powerful force coming up in this green room. Oh, no. No. But then here's the problem. Tap, what are you doing? What is 216? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't. All right, look, guys, that hurt me so bad. I got to play you this track real quick before I bring my man up in here, because this right here, well, this has been one of my favorite artists and favorite tracks, non-direct hip-hop of the last 10 years. And this was his breakthrough album, and y'all are familiar with this song. But these lyrics, with what your boy went through for the last 7 months, laying on a kitchen floor. All my God friends are like, yo, I'm about to disown your ass if you don't get it together, motherfucker. So this is the week I'm doing it, man. Fuck that. I'm done. This was a goddamn waste of time, this motherfucker. What? Better get that fucking area code right. Whoa. That's a whole hip hop beat too.
Nobody move, there's blood on the floor, and I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? So please give it back, 'cause it's not yours to take. It must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cup, drowning in its pain. Somebody help, 'cause I can't find my way. Nobody move, nobody move. Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to feel when I'm sitting here knowing this ain't real. Why in the world would I give my heart to you just to watch you throw it in the trash? I've been juggling so long, I don't think I can hold on. Where were you when I needed you the most? Now I'm sitting here with the black hole in my chest, a heartless, broken mess.
God damn. That about says it all right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored. It's been a while. This brother used to invite me on that show like every goddamn week. And then when I started mine, I invited him in. And then, you know, guys like he and I, we we're busy trying to take over the realm, trying to take some kind of command of this universe, right? So we got to withdraw, man. Go back up to that design table every time and again. Let me stop that screen. And my brothers and sisters, it's my great honor to welcome in here the one and only, the luminary, Mr. Wales.
Yo, you crazy.
Fucking right.
What up, man?
You know I am.
What's going on,
know as
bro?
well as anybody, man. I'm touched.
You know, I like to just act like I don't know to make sure I'm not associating myself with my type.
Fuck out of here. Oh, what's good? What's good? Yo, we got some good folks up in here, man. We got the
We always do,
we
man.
got the MT Corner, Pelican 369, Hexy Quinn talking about what my diet was back in 1992. Nah, I'm just kidding. I never drank beer that bad.
Oh man, right? Like you gotta pay me to drink that shit.
Like rice beer. You give that shit to a person with real German blood, man, they'd be like, "Oh God,
yeah, they gonna just
ER, man.
They gonna sweat that out. That's not even gonna do nothing. Might tear it out.
Yeah. Like I think I'm doing my liver a favor with this 4.6 shit right here. That Bud Light, that's like a 1.8 and shit. You might as well, you get more alcoholic content from Kool-Aid and shit.
I don't remember if it was my first beer or what, or drink. I mean, but I remember one time I tried I think it was a Coors, man. And boy, I was like 11 or 12. Like I was young. I was at some house party. This was back in the day, you know.
He said I was like 11.
Yeah, it was back in the day, reckless. And I tasted it, just to see what it tastes like. And bro, I spit that out. I was like, that ain't supposed to taste like that. I just knew it was trash, But what the hell did I know about beer?
Yeah, I know. See, I come from the alcoholic set where it's almost like the elders plan the shit because they'll be having these barbecues and these parties. And somebody comes up with the bright idea that, I don't know, let's have like the 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds be the ones who man the keg.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Smart,
Them fucking drunks are stumbling around. They got joints hanging out their mouth, bunch of stinky hippie and biker friends my dad had. They'd turn around, we'd be like, and the next thing you know, 11-year-old boys.
And they don't even care because they got all the smoke. They're like, knock yourselves out.
You're just sitting there projectile vomiting in the backyard, and you're like, oh my God. So I got to say something here, man. This is some serious business. 369, what you got? What you got up in your avatar?
Avatar, that's fucking crazy.
Now hold on, guys. You know what tomorrow is, right? Tomorrow's the return of the show that's starting to grow in some popularity here. Now, why don't you all just take a close look at tomorrow's Free Ball Friday, show, and
that collage, man, is something else.
Yo, dude. Look up there on the negative apophatic side. Look up top there.
I see what you're including. Like, damn, I gotta watch this too.
Yo, dude, I couldn't find enough Mexican women to get in, so I just went for some of my favorite porn stars this week.
Whatever
I think
works.
we all know these young ladies right here. They are rock stars in my book. Now, I was going to go for Adriana Chechnik because she's got to be the prettiest, filthiest thing I've ever seen or heard of in my life. That girl broke her goddamn back recently. I was like, is this a joke? No, it wasn't. She was at some event, this porn star. By the way, she's beautiful. She's also the filthiest female I've ever seen or heard of in my life. This bitch was fucking jumping off some diving board into a foam pool. And I'm going to say it. This poor thing broke her goddamn back, dude.
Yeah, probably landed flat on the ground.
God.
Mm-hmm. Probably landed in an empty spot she thought was full.
Oh, my God, dude.
Whoops.
Look, that's funny, too, because you know how they rank them motherfuckers like they're NCAA basketball teams.
Right.
Like, how do they do that? How do they rank porn stars? Like, did you get an extra gallon this week? A couple extra inches or something? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, number one is a girl named Lana Rhodes, and she ain't been making movies for like a year, and she got pregnant by, wait for it, really hard to predict. She got pregnant by a NFL or NBA basketball player. Yes, she did, dude. She got pregnant by one of the NBA boys, right? So she's out the game. Now, this other one, same moment that I find that shit out, this number 2, she broke her goddamn back. And I'm thinking, man,
they're
there's
taking
a
yours
lot of
out, bro.
opportunity in porn.
Yo, you're ridiculous. Alternate career path.
I mean, I joke about this stuff the same way somebody like Ill Bill jokes about it. It's wrong. It's a disgusting industry. It's probably got slavery in it. The guys who run it all need fucking just murdered, obliterated, wiped off the face of the earth. But it's porn.
It's kind of messed up, right? Because
funny,
it's one of those things that if people knew how it was, it's like sausage.
If they knew how the sausage was,
they wouldn't fuck with it at all. Yep, at all.
Pretty scary stuff, man.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, I think about everything different. And those of you who have daughters, you start to think about things differently, don't you? You know, because I know I'll break a motherfucker's neck who messes with my little girl.
Got no choice then, boy. None.
Well, look, that's why, guys, at the end of the day, it's on you to raise them up right, because you ain't always going to be there. You ain't always going to be able to make decisions, right? If we do our job and raise these children up correctly, it's going to be a program that takes care of itself, you know, down the line.
100%. Yeah, I'll
Let
be
me
right
see
back.
if I can get rid of this foolishness here. There's our girls, though. We got Siren down here. She's actually on both sides. She's over here looking like crazy dumb on the one side, and then she's over here just looking cute as a little pudding cup over here. Very excited, by the way, about my testicles. And then we got Miss Hexi looking ever so darling right there. Now, I got one of my new girls. I had to hire some NPCs off the street, and it looks like I got that poor girl's face covered up. You know, I should give her a chance. There she is. Little Ethiopian thang. What up, girl? God, I had a weakness back in the day for them Ethiopian girls. Whoa. All right. And of course, Wales is there like, she ain't Ethiopian. She's Dominican, you fool.
You stupid.
I am stupid. So listen, man, I got to ask you, how the hell have you been? It seems like in Hexico, we've, you know, maybe I'm just going crazy, but it seems like we've seen a little bit less of Wales only lately. Not like you're hiding, but just like we've seen less of you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's that period of time where there's not really much for me to say. If you don't get it, then you're just not gonna get it. So, you know,
right. If you don't get it, you ain't gonna got it.
Nah, you are what you are, and that's how you're gonna stay. Because I mean, yo, if you ain't looking around and seeing what's happening and understanding that, yo, that motherfucker was not lying, nothing I can do for you.
Man, this is a perfect entry point for what I'm kind of trying to get at too tonight. Like, generally speaking, an old timer this week, I heard something from him, you know, a quote that I really liked, and I did have to write it down because it's one of those ones that's such beautiful, elegant, simplistic knowledge that it's the kind of quote that when you try and recite it, you're going to get it screwed up. But he said, knowledge, right, is knowing that a tomato is actually a fruit. He said, wisdom now is understanding that you don't put the motherfucker in a fruit salad.
Right. Correct. I've heard
or
that
a fruit basket.
I've heard that one before.
How silly would that look, right?
That's so real though, right?
Well, it applies to what it is you just kind of spoke on. And I think we're immediately going to go to the darlings of the headlines, right? We're going to say, FTX. And we're going to say, guys, are you ready? Bank man.
Yo,
fraud.
that shit was so obvious. It was a scam that I can't even empathize or sympathize or nothing. Like, I just can't. If you're in crypto and professing to be some type of fucking authority, a knowledgeable figure,
or even somebody to take half seriously.
Yeah, like, I got no sympathy for you. Zero. Like, what's wrong with you?
Man.
You don't like if you just didn't do enough work to get to the point. where you didn't understand that was dumb, then you deserve what you got.
You and I have been fucking consistent. That's the one thing I really got to point out. It's not like I one day woke up and I was like, oh, I got to get on message here about this blockchain asset shit, you know?
I was born talking this shit right here. I was thinking about this shit the other day, and it's like, I realized, like, wow, I've been like this damn near my whole life. This wasn't something that I just woke up and one day and was like, wow, I've been doing it wrong. Like, no, I've always been like this. I've always stood up for freedom and human rights, even though that's not what motherfuckers call it.
And I don't remember having much of a choice neither, Wales. Like, this is just how it had to go down, man.
Yeah. I mean, look, and when you grow up in a place where life is cheap, that's just what it is, right? And there's no better way to put that, because that's really what helps you understand what life is worth, right? Like, it's one of those things, life is cyclical, but you got to understand that not to fall in the cycle. Because a lot of us fall prey to the cycle because we're just living, letting the current take us.
And that's,
you got to find the crust.
That's no small part of laziness and lack of bravery too.
It's not really that. Yeah, it seems like it might be like that to somebody that maybe just made the crossover because they realized it, right? Because like when we first make that, like I remember.
Yeah, because it's more subtle. It's more ingrained.
Yeah,
it's
very subtle. It's very subtle. Like when I woke up, I was trying to fucking join one of them 3-letter agencies, bro. And I'm so thorough that I was doing my homework on them. So, when you do the interview process, you know what you're talking about. And that's when I really fucking learned. And that was the end of the road for me. Like it's one thing, because, you grow up, I'm trying to get this job. That's
no turning back, man. Once you cross that Rubicon, fuck.
And you know how it is when you stuck in that position where, all right, you got the option of 2 fed times, right? You got one fed time where there's bars involved, and then the other fed time where there's water involved. Because you're going somewhere. You ain't staying home, and I opted for travel because I didn't want to see no bars. And that's really what it boiled down to. But I understood, regardless, that I was taking a risk, man.
Yeah.
Because even though I was lying to myself, like, man, I'm just gonna be a mechanic. I ain't gonna see no combat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Once you're in there, you ain't got no control. You ain't got no control.
Well, you told me you said you ended up fucking kicking rocks more than you ever kind of imagined out the gate.
Yeah, it was.
And
crazy.
it's one thing trying to switch out a goddamn alternator on a complex, heavy vehicle in regular reality. Doing that, knowing that at any moment a mortar.
Yeah, and I mean,
that like kind of makes it a little bit more interesting.
It adds a little spice to it for sure. And what made it even more crazier was that doing the job was worse than being outside because you were a sitting duck. Think about it.
Yeah, my God. Hey, you must have read my show description, Believe in Yourself, because I did indeed say that. whoever is calm and stoic and sensible, and what really gets my goat is the people who really like, I'm above everybody because I'm so calm and stoic and sensible. Man, you fucking insane. You are fucking insane. Now, I'm not saying it's not good to try and practice some breathing and having some measure, and definitely always being governor of your own reactions. I am not saying that. But I'm saying if you look at all this shit like it can just wash over you or it's normal, you're fucking crazy, dog. You're nuts,
I think that's putting it nicely. But you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. You say that, but the one thing I'll tell you is that when you find yourself in a chaotic situation, you really don't know how you're gonna react.
This is true.
I learned.
There was none of them moments that happened down in Philly where guns, knives, or multiple guys jumping me went down, and I thought, period.
You thought you was gonna break down, and you didn't.
I just went on reptilian brain mode, dude. Like,
you stupid.
I'm telling you, bro, it was nuts. I remember one time It was New Year's Eve on South Street. And any of you who know South Street in Philly, it's like it used to be very interesting when it was mom and pop and independent shops because it was the record stores and the funky clothing shops, and it's where all the drug dealers worked for everything, you know. And then what do you think happened? Dairy Queen and Nike and fucking Famous Footwear, all that shit came in there, fucked up the whole vibe. But I was walking down that motherfucker fast because I was trying to make whatever it was, whatever New Year's Eve affair I was trying to get to. And man, I was wearing a poofy, and it must have been the goose down, must have brushed. The goose must have brushed up against this dude. And he fucking turned around. I turned around because I heard him go, "What the fuck, motherfucker?" I turned around, fucking dude out of 44, fucking in my fucking face on a crowded
Yo,
street.
I almost had one of those last night, actually.
Yo, dude.
But I bumped that motherfucker though. I didn't give a shit. So I was like, all right, motherfucker, what you want to do? And he just, nothing materialized. Because sometimes you just hot, and we was both, you know
yeah, you were both in a way, huh?
Yeah, but we both let it go. So
okay. Well, but you think about what would have happened to my whole fucking life. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Moment. Like, it ain't worth it. No matter how hot you might be, it ain't worth it.
And I wasn't packing that night. And if I had been packing, what were we going to do? Yeah. Getting a gun battle on South Street on New Year's Eve. I mean,
then what? Then what?
Oh my God.
One of y'all might make it. Both of y'all might not.
Yeah, and then how many innocent bystanders ruin New Year's Eve and shit?
Yeah, for what?
For what? For some goose down brushing up against some fucking dude.
Yo, when I learned how to think just that one further step, that really changed my life. You know what I mean? Because we never used to think that far.
Yeah, having chillins changes the whole goddamn equation dramatically. Hey, MT Coiner, that's a tough one, but you know what? Good for him and good for you, dude. Whatever, man.
He needs to keep punching them.
Yeah, hell yeah. That. And if them school administrators don't like it, you tell them where they can take a chomp out of.
You got to understand what they're trying to do to kids. They're trying to make them numbified zombies that just follow fucking orders, and that's not what we need. Fuck that. So that
is right.
So your son needs to keep pounding on these punk ass kids that think bullying motherfuckers make sense. Yo, I ain't never hated nothing more in my life than a fucking bully.
Man, I got to agree with you. In fact, I come from a lineage of bully busters, dude. In fact,
I'm one of them. I used to get bullied until I was like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
And I used to even take it a step further when I saw little Johnny H getting pushed around in the industrial arts hallway the one time. I ran down there and fucking got into it with the boys that were bullying him because I couldn't even stand it existing around me, man.
Yeah, no, it's no good, man. Like, what the fuck? You ain't got nothing better to do than pick on motherfuckers that can't, because it only happens to people that can't defend themselves. It doesn't happen to people like me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't happen. Like, once people know that you can put your hands up, they don't want to take the risk. It's that simple.
Too much hassle. They need the easy mark. They need the low hanging fruit, man.
That's it. Bullies are just picking on people that they think they can get away.
And they're going through their own shit.
Yeah,
they're really going through. That's a hurting child.
And you see it on Twitter all the time. So, whole motherfuckers is gonna be around. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And that's why you gotta know a whole motherfucker from a mile away. Cause they out there.
You ain't never lied.
And they ain't always showing their colors. They be trying to hide. Because they want to get some targets. That's how they live. That's their energy source.
Yeah, exactly. It's vamping. It's vamping, son.
It's vampire life.
Vamping. And
that's
it's a bunch of fucking children in grown-up bodies vamping. Like, fuck.
Yep. Too busy to educate themselves, sucking the life out of other motherfuckers.
Wow. Maybe you should have taken up basket weaving or archery.
Holy shit. I mean, who got time for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you got time to worry about what somebody else doing? Like, you just dumb. You wonder why your life ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that are the loudest, make the most noise, think they hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Think they doing something. Like, they think they on. But they're so far behind and underground, it's not even funny.
This is true.
You know, just misled, just unknowledgeable, just like people that vie for the popularity contest, basically. You know what I'm saying? And those are all lame motherfuckers. Period.
Well, yeah, I think that's funny you say that because it makes me think about this last selection, or I guess most Americans call it election. I thought to myself, like, this is like the day that they should say we're going to have thoroughly unqualified people verify completely undeserving and unqualified people to choose the direction of complete strangers' lives. Makes a lot of sense.
100%.
Jesus
Christmas,
man. Hey, yo, Hex Luther, guys, I got to tell you something, man. This 369 is up and running, y'all. And you got to know what's going on. Now, I got good news. I do. The first bit of good news is I'm about to convince my guest that he's going to let me design a shirt for him. Okay. Number one. Number two is Luther and Schmeiris worked really hard. And I know some of y'all are blanching at that price tag, but you got to understand when we say bulletproof wears, this is no joke. Like, you be able to wear this shit around your head through the sub-Saharan, fucking desert, and then go to the Arctic, come back, throw it in the washing machine, and the colors are still going to be popping. Right, man. This shit is like the real deal Holyfield. Every t-shirt I ever owned for any crypto ever, 10 wears, 15 wears, the shit just falls apart.
We got to realize that the stuff people are selling typically is just to be sold. It's not meant to be quality material.
Well, I pointed that out when 369 launched. I said I appreciated the efforts of our brothers and sisters who did it because we wanted to wear our colors. We needed to have our colors on, and that's a good thing, right? But at the end of the day, I want something that's going to be with me.
If you're going to rep, you don't want to look like shit. It's really that simple. You know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket science, man. We can be professional and we can be street and we can look good doing both. Why not?
Oh, there it is. Right. Now, guys, I do have that at the bottom there in the crawl. It's the code. So there you go, guys. That's 10% for you all right there. If you do 369.xyz/discount/mind spray. Okay. So that'll help take some of the sting out of that. And they do have a free shipping option. So if you could wait an extra 5 days or whatever, you're going to have your stuff.
Oh, nice.
But it's really high quality. And the designs that are up there right now, they are in the process of being added to. My understanding is that the next launch is Kalen, aka Black Hexagon, is going to have a dope little design coming down the pipeline for you all. So, check that out. Luther, we appreciate your efforts, man. We missed you when you disappeared. Got used to seeing your grill on the screen every day, but I'm glad that you're still out here doing work in the community, my friend. Now, MT, I don't even know what to think, and I don't think Whales necessarily cares because we both know the SEC.
I can talk about it actually. It's actually really simple. It's just not even related to, but it's just a marketing rule, and people are just not interpreting it correctly. It doesn't apply to individuals. So, okay, that's it. There's nothing else to say about it. It's really that straightforward.
Marketing, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a marketing rule that applies to advisors. If you're not a registered advisor, you really don't got nothing to worry about. So, reading typically helps, as always. I mean, there's not much else for me to say. Nothing's changed but the date. So, here you go. Google it.
But we can all agree Hex is not a security. So
look, that's irrelevant. That's not relevant at all. So, whatever. Like, if you read the first line of the Bitcoin white paper, there's nothing else to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're confused about what's going on, I don't know. Like, I'm done.
My man. I swear.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not having these dumb conversations no more. It's already been 2 years, guys. You need to learn to fucking read. Stop going by what these clowns are saying by giving their opinion on fucking YouTube. Read.
There it is. Goddamn, man.
That's why I'm not saying nothing. I'm barely streaming because it's y'all turn. I'm done giving y'all fucking doggy treats. Go fucking look this shit up. I mean, you either want to be rich or you going to just stay relying on other motherfuckers to give you information. I don't know. Because if you can't suss out your own info, you're just gonna end up giving your money to somebody else anyway. So y'all need to figure it out. But I gave y'all all the tools. Y'all got all the fucking streams. Go fucking watch and get to work. You know, like this is game time. This is the opportunity market, right? And just like I always done showed you guys, all you got to do is read. It's that simple. You don't got to ask nobody for shit. Because let me tell you, I haven't had anybody to ask.
Right. Right.
Like, I'm back in the hood. Yeah, who I'm going outside to ask? Like, the trap store? Like,
I was going to say, isn't there an old man down the corner sitting on some milk crates or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, shit? I'm not going to go talk to homie on the crate. And when I go to the trap, they roll out the red carpet. They ain't trying to hear me talking about this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hear me talk about this. They rolling out the red carpet.
Yeah, anyhow. My man's trying to live. He's trying to live there, man. I mean, what
they ain't hearing it. Exactly.
They be like, oh no, here he comes. Here he comes again.
Yeah, nah, yo, we glad you here. We love you, but nah.
Yeah. Hey, Dorsey, man, they got some fat fuck sizes. Hell yeah, they got fat fuck sizes.
Fuck sizes.
They got double XL, triple XL over there. Dorsey. That's what I was asking all the ladies and stuff. It's like, do you want the ones that are going to make the titties go bagang, or do you want the one that's like a nightie?
The moo-moo.
Yeah, the moo-moo. You know how I always tell you, hey, Wales, you know how I always tell you, I say, man, if you ever see me doing this or that, I said, you know, do me a favor and put one in me. And you always say, my friend, I will double tap you in the back of the head without saying that.
It's only right.
I know Wales cares about me and all. So Wales, if you see me ever sporting a moo-moo, I want you to pull that for me, okay?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna check you
I appreciate you
right away. I'll check you on stream. Don't think I'm not gonna check you in person. Shit, that's crazy. I mean, people really be out here doing the most, man. Sometimes you just never know.
Hey, there it is. And you know what? I had not said that sentence in probably 6 months, and I found myself saying it again in the last couple weeks. Wales,
it's been
I was like,
couple weeks, ain't it?
Hey, it's like, especially that weekend, that within 72 hours, boy who, you know, we respect, whatever, but boy from Project 1 said whoopsie, and then boy from Project 2 said whoopsie, and I was like, man, Wales always said, you know, like the alpha and the omega is hex. It's like, get some hex and stake that shit up. Like, okay.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Oh my God. Keep it simple, stupid.
It works. Hasn't failed me yet. Hasn't failed a lot of people yet. Matter of fact, fuck me. How about Warren Buffett? I mean, look no further. It's real simple. You know, his investment strategy has never changed. He sticks to what he knows.
Bugs, I'm glad you're back, man. I missed you, brother. You better come up in Divergent. You're about to get your ass kicked out, my friend. he said, bagang. That's one of my shticks, baby. Bagang. I did have a couple things I wanted to say about it, though.
Go ahead, my brother.
I know what I got to do. A lot of you guys haven't heard nor seen me since my last round of kind of appeals, you know, where I kind of reminded y'all that we were working for free and that if shit was touch and go, I might have to leave. And every time it's come to that, you guys have emphatically said, Thalchild, you are in actual point of fact not leaving. It happened again. And I got to tell you the fuck what, man, in all these months that I've been doing what I've been doing, including some time leading up to it, there's been about 4 or 5 of you dudes that just, you voted with your wallet, man. And the funny thing about each of them guys is they were emphatic, okay, that they need to remain on the DL. And I'm going to respect that because believe you me, you guys know how garrulous and verbose I am. I want to get on a mountaintop and I want to sing these guys praises, but I'm going to respect them, man. They
respect the wishes. Yes.
Yeah. Their wishes are just, man, you don't got to say shit. You don't got to build a statue. Just please continue doing what you're doing. So that's why, maybe I didn't want to stream until free ball tomorrow, but I felt the spirit come over me tonight, and I know what my mandate is. So here we are, episode 53. Okay, it's still the 17th of November, and it's been Hex Day 1081, now 1082.
Yo, I can't even remember the last time I checked fucking Go to Hex, bro. Like,
Guess
it's
what?
just working, baby.
Guess what? Guess what? I got one coming out on Sunday. One of my first three.
Nice. Yeah, I got one coming up soon, actually. Yeah, I got one coming up soon.
One of those testers. Guess how much I put in on that? 1,000 hex tokens.
Oof. I put in four, I think it was, or 1,000. I don't even remember anymore, man. But it wasn't a lot.
Oh my God, I feel like such a bucktooth now.
It was
you
a
always
weak one,
do in retro.
Yeah, you know the early ones are always booty, bro.
Well, I'm like, I need to make sure it works.
Yeah, right. I did some little small joints for that. I didn't do like the ones I did like 2 years and stuff like that. That wasn't no test stakes. Those were what I thought made sense at the time until I really thought through what I was, trying to do. I hadn't really thought it through. I didn't really understand the system and how it worked and that it was possible and all of that. So once I was, connected all those dots, I was like, oh shit, I'm good. 15, peace. That was
right.
it.
Well, this would have been like around day like 470. And now that wasn't 50 cents. It was probably closer to where we're at about right now. Yeah. I mean, I was close to like 0.8 of a fucking penny when I got started, but boy, I wish I would have been able to get a fat old bag back then.
Yeah,
but
those were the days, man.
Thinking about that, how absurd 1,000 hex sounds, please do remember that we did have a point when 1,000 hex was $500, my friends.
Man, look, people don't understand markets, so they gonna learn with time, just like they learn with everything else. Like I've done all the teaching I can do, bro. Like I'm done explaining all this. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the main reasons I'm not streaming anymore. I'm focusing on other stuff. Like there's not much for me to say.
See, you know what? When I hear that, it scares me. It literally, I get cold sweats and goosebumps, and I'm like, Wales is being real quiet, and he's in the lab. Guys, think about that. Think about what happens every time Wales withdraws.
I just steps another level up, right?
Woo! Last time he did that, he shut himself up in his flat for like 6 months trying to figure out hex. And when he emerged, it was like he had seen the burning bush or some shit.
Bro, people still don't understand hex, and they've owned the shit. It's funny. I mean, the things I see on Twitter is just, it's comical. Like, there ain't nothing for me to say. All I can do is laugh. Good luck. Whatever. Like I did everything I could do. All you gotta do is go back. Like, have fun. It's all there. What else is there to say?
Mobius, who, by the way, I keep saying this, he has one of the best avatars. the alien sick. Sitting in the fucking lotus position.
That's pretty sick.
588. You gayer than I am. No, I'm just playing with you. Mobius.
Man. It's just crazy because, you don't know. When you're not thinking shit through, that's the kind of thing that those are the things that you do when you don't think things through.
Yeah.
That's what we got to realize.
Well, you're just sticking your big toe in the swimming pool, trying to understand what's going on around you and shit.
Yeah, but like when I was thinking about it back then, and I was doing like test joints, I was doing like a couple of days, maybe a week or two, something like that, just to see, because I want to see what it can really do. But I couldn't really, I wasn't really able to suss out the T-share system from that vantage point. And that's one of the reasons why I started doing the charts and stuff, because it wasn't like that data set, that small sample wasn't enough for me to see. And once I was able to like find a place to latch on the data, it was a different story, bro. Now it's a whole nother level right now, and I'm not even producing charts right now. Next time I see charts, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, you hear that, my friends? Yeah. He said next time you see charts, you better duck down.
Yeah, I could actually put out some weak charts now, but I don't want to. I want to put out some sick shit. Yeah, I want to put out some sick shit, bro.
As if you would even create such a thing, a week.
I'm not trying to make like a website, nothing like that. Just some sick charts, man.
I got you. You're saying to you, by your standard, it would be half-ass.
Right. Do that. Correct.
All right, Wales, I got a question.
Shoot, bro.
I'm going to need to take 5, so I'm going to give you 3 things, and you're going to answer, and then I'll tell the story afterwards.
Cool.
Is it going to be Black Soprano Family? Is it going to be West Side Gun? Or is it going to be Benny the Butcher? And I ain't even telling you the tracks. I'm just telling you the names.
I'm gonna go with Benny.
I
never lose. Yo, I love a solo Benny track. I'm a huge
I'll
Benny
tell you
fan.
what.
It's just something about
I'm
his
thinking
flow.
about doing the instrumental. Should I do the instrumental or should I? You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the vocal because this punk pussy motherfucker who does the second verse claimed that he was dissing that whole crew. And then when he was put to task, he was like, no, I wasn't dissing Griselda. And then Benny's so cool, man. They were like, yo, Benny, what you think of that? He says he wasn't dissing you. And he goes, okay. He said nigga wasn't dissing us. And he said that. Well, then I guess there must be no problem.
Word. Exactly.
That is so cool, dude. Because the dude pushed out entirely, dude. He pushed out entirely.
Ain't nothing else to say.
Damn, dude.
Did it to himself.
All right, so listen, guys, those of you who don't know, see, Wales and I'm just going to tell the story right now. Wales and I had been working together, like hanging out, talking, building, and learning together about all this shit. Heavy, hardcore, nonconformist, deep diving motherfuckers for 6 months before we even crossed music. And one day out of the blue, I said to him, man, you know what? Lately, I have only been listening to this Griselda collective. And Wales goes, you're joking, right? He says, you know, right? I said, no, what? What the fuck are you talking about? He says, get the fuck out of here. I said, no, man, it's true. Griselda, you know, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun, Boldy James. Fucking Wales goes, yo, dog, I have not listened to anything except that for the last year. What does that fucking tell you about Like Minds, guys? What does that tell you about Like Minds?
They out there.
So I'm allowed to do this because I don't got my 1,000 subscribers or no monetization. So I'm just going to go ahead and
nice. That's true.
Yeah,
there's an advantage of that.
No. Hey man, that monetization, YouTube can suck my dick with that 40%, man. Fuck.
Keep saying it while you can, bro. Because you know you ain't gonna be able to start getting that check.
You ain't gonna be talking that shit. Fuck you, Wales. Fuck you, Wales. Oh no, he didn't.
Yo, that Thundercat shit was fire though. I hadn't heard that in a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's the vocal. All right. I wasn't sure if I picked the vocal. I'll be right back.
I'm straight though.
It says damaged people or that I just missed you.
What you coming? This ain't my story about rags to riches, more about how I mastered physics. In the game, I used to train like Rocky, catching chickens. I was nice, but they was right when they told me that rapper business. I had 10 bands in my stash when I passed over $500,000. Come easy, no good. Don't be surprised I'll last you. It's like they put out a smash, then they gone in a flash and minute. And then they make tracks and disses like that's gonna add up the digits. They showing fake racks and pictures like that's gonna attract the bitches. That was really me. I ain't have to act and conflicted. Only difference is I'm living. And I would've whacked one of them who knew that after drug dealing I still be casual, spending $1 million plus annual income. So here's my manual, then some. And this east side still in me. My ability to turn words to imagery. Probably the reason they gon' remember me. Figure we walk this tightrope with a feline's agility. The streets did so much to me I could never live civilly. I could never leave a scene without checking my mirrors visually. Come with that energy, cause some gon' always stick with me. They wanna know what I brought to Griselda. I say validity. They asking what work I put in. I'm like, what didn't we? Problems, then I correct through the obstacles I progress. Illogical for them to feel they responsible for our success. Besides Kanye West, tell me who else I gotta respect. Cause I'm kinda perplexed. It's about time that I got my respect. It's the Butcher. Let's go.
About time that I got my respect. It's the Butcher. Yeah. Cold world. Griselda. You know what I mean? You know what it is? When I show up, I'm on 10. Not 9. On the night I was born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck, power outage, sparks was flying, the real one's here, the young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk where the corpse is lying. Of course I'm trying to revive a sport that's dying, but the guns and the drug bars that y'all relying got these nerves thinking that you niggas hard as iron, but that just mean I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying, stretching the truth. No, I never stress in the booth. They feel the pressure, me, I feel like I just left a masseuse. Effortless, how I'm skating on these records is proof. I put your favorite rapper neck in the noose, never letting them loose. Cold world, the heater blast to your speaker. He the last of Mohicans, no weaklings last in my sneakers. Want me on the song, he gon' see the wrath of the reaper. I'm probably gon' go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature. I'm higher than that don't need a bag full of reefer. Some see the glass is empty, I see a glass full of ether. Collecting his bread and mass like he a Catholic preacher. Just to count it cash, you might need a calculus teacher. Eureka, Einstein on the brink of the theory of relativity. Really no MC equal. Feel me, co-pimp be lethal. Crip like an old MTV show. On God, the best rapper alive, headshot. Now go and ask the best rappers that died. They tell you he never lied. Yeah. Tenor talk.
Now, there was talk that that verse there by the arguably more popular J. Cole, who came in after Benny, there was talk that that verse was actually a direct diss on Benny and Conway and West Side Gun. Now, if you listen closely to the contents of said verse, you heard him say that these guys are pretenders, that they're not really living the life they saying. All they doing is impressing rap geeks who don't really know the ledge, and they pull in the wool, and this is that, and that is this. Now, like I was just, pardon me, my God, like I was just pointing out, that's a beer. I was just pointing out with Wales here, this man was then put to task about this. He was put on the spot about it. Now, think about what a dickhead you would have to be to get the invitation to come on my record, okay? And you're going to get paid out of my budget to create my work of art. And you're going to come on that record, and then you're going to be so stuck up and sideways and faggotous that you're going to write a verse that disses me. Like, I'm going to cave your fucking head in. I'm going to cut your verse. You ain't getting paid something, right? But Benny lets it go. And then the press approaches J. Cole and says there was a rumor that that verse that you just spit on that man's album was a diss against him. If he had done that, he would have owned it, right? Like a man. He didn't. He says, oh no, he says, I was talking about somebody else. And then Benny has an opportunity to say, that faggot pussed out, right? Like fronting motherfucker coming up on my album. What? Talking shit about my crew, my family? No, he didn't do that. Benny said, oh, is that what J. Cole said? Well, then there must not be any problem. That's the way a king conducts himself, man. I love that shit. Oh, man. What you think, WHALESO.1? He's twisting one up. I can hear them fingers working.
Nah, my bad. I was on mute. I was saying that, ain't no real beef, so who cares? Why you gonna sweat that?
Right.
Like,
I just think it's so cool.
They know what time it is.
Yeah. Benny was just like, oh, if he says there's no beef, then even if he did mean it and he didn't have the balls, is the point.
Yeah, exactly.
To say that he meant it.
He gonna have to be the one to bring it up again.
Yeah.
Not them. He left it all in his court.
Oh my God.
Hey man, welcome to the real world. Ain't no manual out here, bro. A lot of cats don't get that. They think there's gonna be some type of, how to, and there just isn't. And people don't want to realize that. They waiting for somebody to tell them what to do, and they're gonna be fucking waiting until they die. That's a fact.
Yeah, this is true, man. This is true. I guess that's why so much hip hop sucks.
Yeah. A lot of everything sucks.
A lot of everything is substandard,
That's why you got
mediocre,
pop culture.
tepid.
Pop
So-
culture, right? You got people that follow me and then everybody else. That's facts.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, because
Look,
I ain't
man.
out here looking for clicks. Yeah, I'm giving you the facts. Not my opinion. You know, I don't give a
See, that's
fuck
the thing,
about
man.
any
When
of that.
I'm saying I do not like this person's hip hop. I do not like this person's delivery, their spitting, their tracks, their MCing, their DJing. If I say that, I am coming out of a bag, okay? Where,
Objective.
dude, I mean, you guys got to understand.
Mhm.
Like, for example, Eminem, the guy who was your biggest influence on your career. This is 20 years into my hip hop career that this strange child named Marshall comes out of the trailer parks outside of Detroit. I remember when Eminem was locking horns with another cracker who had even more attitude by the name of Cage. Cage and Eminem were going head to head, toe to toe for a year, chopping each other's fucking legs off at the knees, talking about each other's moms and shit, going back and forth, track to track. You guys that fucking say Eminem was my entry into hip hop, you guys are talking about a motherfucker 3 fucking albums and $20 million later. And moreover, you're talking about a corporate entity at that point. You're not talking about real hip hop. You're talking about somebody who went under the umbrella of Dr. Dre, who, by the way, is a fucking Satanist, whatever. I know all the people he was affiliated with. Instead of going with the real motherfuckers like he could have, he went in with them for the big exposure, the big fucking money. And guess what happened to the quality of that man's fucking music? Boo caca. Poopy stuff. Not impressed, man. That dude spitting. I'm talking about Eminem now. That dude spitting was fire in 1998-ish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His spitting was fire, dude. It was fire. You couldn't believe it, how good he was. He was making a mark.
I mean, dude even looks different, bro. I don't even feel like it's the same dude. He even looks different.
It might not be. It might not be. They might have whacked the fuck out of that original.
Yeah,
one.
who fucking knows?
I don't know.
So many doppelgangers out this motherfucker. Anything's possible.
Yes, yes. And that's why people make me laugh when they speak in terms of such certainty.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, right?
Like, you don't know, bro. You don't know. They say, oh, the
don't know
Queen of
nothing.
England died. Oh,
Hey, you
I
know
didn't
what?
know that they had public day for the public to confirm the Queen of England's fucking corpse. Like, you would know that from a frogs in the first place.
Right. Like, what proof do you got?
People were all, oh, happy. Oh my God, Wales only. I forgot to call you. I wanted to have a party because Sir Evelyn Rothschild died.
Sure he did.
It's like, wait, what? Like, do you really, really believe the most powerful human being on earth was alive and was going to restaurants where he could be seen, and then he cashed out? Like, the guy who was that might have gone underground or up in a spaceship fucking 25 years ago.
If that.
Like, you know what I'm saying, man? Like,
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like, think a little harder, guys.
Yeah.
You know, like,
stop taking, because y'all talk out one side of your mouth like you know the news is fake. But then I hear the way you operate in the world, and you operate from a basis of
the news being real.
The news is real.
It's comical, but yeah.
It can be
yeah. Jesus Christ. It's horrible because you're setting yourself up for failure like a motherfucker doing that. But hey, more power to you. Man. Somebody got to do it, I guess. It ain't going to be me. That's for sure.
Yo, man, were you digging? I'm trying to think what age you would have been. You was probably in high school. Were you familiar with the Pharoah Monch shit?
Yeah,
Simon
yeah,
Says?
of course.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing this, but fuck it, dude. I need to. This shit's so fucking
Play it if you got to, brother.
Oh my God. You guys, this is King Kong. The 1930s King Kong right here. Ooh, you're gonna get it.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. Weezer's in the back, sipping yak. Yo, what's up? Girls, rub on your titties. Yeah, I said it, rub on your titties. New York City, gritty committee, pity the fool that act shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. Y'all know the name. Pharaoh fucking mama can't a damn thing change. You all up in your range of shit, inebriated. Straight from your original plan, you deviated. I alleviated the pain with long-term goals. Slip my underground loop without the gold. You so fat around the world, I so wood in the hood.
wood in the
When I'm in the
hood.
street and shit is all good. Assume the motivated boom, control the game like boom. Raider rock, clock, dollars, flip tips like a way to block shots. Styles way to let my lyrics annoy. If you holding up the wall, then you're missing the point. Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Put your hands to the sky. Brooklyn in the back shooting crash now. What's up? Girlies, rub on your titties. Fuck it, I said, rub on your titties. New York City, gritty committee, pity the fool that act shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. Yo, where you at? Uptown, let me see them. Notorious for the 6'5s and the BMs. Heads give you beef, you put them in the mausoleum. And shit don't start rubbing till after 12 p.m. Ignorant minds are free 'em. If you tired of the same old every day, you will agree 'em. The most obligated, hard and R-rated. Slated to be the best, I must confess the star made it. Somebody even say the song is sexist, cause I ask the girls to rub on the breasts. Whether you're riding a train or a Lexus, this is for either or rollies. The Timex, this is wicked like Exorcist. This is the joint. You're holding up the wall and you're missing the point. Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up.
Throw your hands in the sky.
The brothers in the back shooting traps now. What's up? Girls, rub on your titties. I said, rub on your titties. New York City, gritty committee, pity the fool that act shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. New Jerusalem, get the fuck up. Shaolin, get the fuck up. Long Isle, get the fuck up. Worldwide, get the fuck up.
Fuck. Oh, god damn it. People
energy,
talk
bro.
People talk about low T. People want to talk about having low T. I'll tell you, we already listened to that. Chill out. People talk about having low testosterone, man. Just get a playlist from me or Whales only.
They not ready. Stop playing. Not ready, yo. Motherfuckers be mad about me on a stream. You talking about my playlist?
Oh
no.
All right. I got
funny as hell, bro. There's nothing funnier than a hater when you out here looking right 100% of the time. Like, look at RH. Yo, that guy, I tell you what, he's better than me. Cause I don't know how he has that patience. I mean, that motherfucker's on a mission, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yo, fucking salute to that motherfucker because
I agree.
I don't have the capacity to, it'd be different like if there was an actual back and forth. You know what I'm saying? There's never a back and forth. All they do is try to stomp him out. Like, he has to sit there and combat these fools every time he talks to them. And I don't have that kind of energy to be battling motherfuckers verbally when there ain't nothing to battle about. Bitch,
right,
I'm right.
Allow me to play a devil's advocate here and just run something across you for a second. If you knew that you were going home to Afghani number 5, blueberry, Nigerian cakes, a harem of 7 women who fucking did everything that you fucking needed in your life. I mean, literally every fucking, I'm saying, put yourself into the Whales only as a multi-billionaire. Maybe, just maybe, you would dig deep and be able to find the strength to kind of.
Well, I guess when you put it that way,
yeah,
that's a good point. It's like, what the fuck else I got to do, right?
I'm saying, man, like, god damn. Look, dude, we all know. I don't know which of you doesn't know, but I'm here to remind you because I think most of you do know. Earlier in the week, my man held down a Twitter space of 14,000 people, and he commanded that motherfucker. Commanded it.
Sure did.
I mean, Oh my God, dude. Any fucking one of them fucking red ass chimpanzee assholes that tried to step, I just without
They
even
got crushed.
trying. Without
I
even
was
trying.
there for that one for some of it, and yo, if you haven't heard it, not all of it, but at least part of it, you got to hear it.
I agree. I was there for 45 minutes of the thing, something like that. I heard everything I needed to hear. And when I heard people persist in being retarded, I was like, I can't take no more of this, man.
But you know what's funny? I think that happened in the entire time. And we just was there for as long as we could stand it.
Yeah. Yo, that one motherfucker kind of like I don't know, square jaw, kind of Ken doll looking for Arab men. That fucking one motherfucker, I don't know if he was from fucking Turkey or what. He was like a CBDC shill. Like he kept agreeing with everything that Richard would say, but then he would do that crafty shit where he'd say, yes, I agree with everything Richard's saying, but I really don't see why it has to be exclusive. I could see a world where DeFi and CBDCs can totally exist in a happy. And I was just like, yo, dog.
Not obvious, bro. Good job. Thumbs up. Oh, fuck.
I said something too in the comments. I was like, well, we know who fills his feed bowl.
Pretty much.
That's what I said, right?
That motherfucker ready to press buy to buy his little ramen from CBDC right now. Ain't gonna be able to buy shit else, that motherfucker. Dumbass.
Look, guys, you gotta understand something though. And I don't think there's too much more to say. I know Wales is done, but I'm speaking my piece right now. Guys, the man's name said it all. Sam Bankman Fried. His name literally says Bankman Fried. Okay, guys, you got to realize this truth, and this is what drives me crazy. We even have Hexicans who are quote unquote intelligent and respected who act like something got broken. Something got broken. Guys, Sam Bankman-Fried was not a guy who rose to the top. He was selected. He's an actor. He was given a script. The shit that he formulated was gifted to him, and he was tasked with playing a role for a thing that was a front for a machination and a protocol that was meant to do exactly what the fuck it was doing. People who look at this and they're like, well, the wheels came off. It's like, fuck, man. Fuck, will you please wake up? You got to realize the truth. These people are selected. They are created and selected. And I'll tell you, one of the telling things is when they come out in the press and they say things like this sentence right here, years ago, should have told you guys everything you need to fucking know to understand the okie doke. They said, this is the JP Morgan of crypto. Anybody who says a sentence like that to a guy like that is basically giving up the script right there.
Pretty much.
Because what was JP Morgan? Was he the smartest guy in the room? Was he the most deft and adroit trade? No. He was the most fucking cocksucking, evil, backstabbing, capitalizing, fucking nasty, human enslaving, fucking idea stealing, trifling motherfucker out there, and that's how he rose to the top. So anybody that's comporting themselves throughout this entire ecosphere as if, oh my God, that's the shining light on the hill right there. So let's compare this fake cocksucker to that cocksucker, and therein lies the whole fucking lie, guys. You guys keep not hearing the way that you keep not hearing what Wales is saying. You keep not hearing what I've said since day one. Listen to me. I want you to say it with me in as much as you know it. Guys, they are here with you. They breathe air. They eat food. They shit. Okay? They are an ancient lineage of dark occult, high priest, master psychologists. And I know KOOL-AID will get angry, but yes, they practice game theory optimal. They are not content to subjugate you, control you, or enslave you. Their religion, the thing that they owe their whole shit to, the way that they have to comport themselves, the way they have to act in the world, says to subjugate and enslave them is not enough. You have to rub their noses in it. You have to embarrass them. You have to emasculate the men, commodify the women, enslave the children, repudiate Okay. I don't care what you call it. You can call it universe. You can call it reality. I'm going to say God. Their religion is to repudiate God, to repudiate love, to shit on creativity, and fuck fecundity. This is their belief system, and they are here. And these people that walk around like, oh my God, hold on, buck teeth are growing. Oh my God, I just can't believe that things went this way and this way. That's dumb luck. Oh God. Oh, Wills, I understand sometimes. I really do.
You know where I'm at, bro? And I'm going to tell you, I'm so deep into what's going on that this is just them being exposed. And, you know,
well, the sacred text said all foul things will be known. All foul things will come to the surface and be known.
We're seeing it. Right now is the time. And I told you guys a long time ago this was coming. You know, this is just another done told you moment, you know, really. And it's just about understanding what is going on. None of this is hidden. I am not some genius, man. It's not like I didn't show all this shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I sat there fucking hours on end, stream after stream, dropping it.
Yeah.
So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point in time, if you don't grasp what is going on, you're just a part of the problem and you're irrelevant. It's facts. Like I have no, like I say, yo, I'm in the office now.
Are you really?
Yeah. So let me talk about that.
Did not know that.
Oh yeah. What you think I'm up in there saying? All this fire shit, motherfucker, because guess what? I just did 2.5 hard time at home because your stupid ass is dumb as fuck and you can't read. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, it was like I got out when I got back to the office. Motherfuckers was giving me hugs and all that shit, taking pictures and all that. Yeah. Yeah. Straight up.
So it's like I got out.
Yeah. Dead ass. 2.5 hard time. What the fuck?
You did not.
Oh shit!
You did not just. Fucking. I feel like I'm done now, dude. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else.
Yo, long story short, let me tell you, it's been a hell of a few weeks of me. Hell of a few weeks. Cause just like all this crypto shit is, you know, it's literally A, B, C. All the shit I said is happening in the order I said it was gonna happen. All the crypto shit falling apart. Domino by motherfucking domino.
Oh my God.
Everything that's literally every single thing that's happening, from the SEC shit to all this, I called all of it. All of it. If you ain't listening, I'm sorry. Not my problem, bro. Because I tell you what, I sure as hell don't know how to fucking lie. I got no reason to.
Can't sleep. Can't sleep a wink as it is. we would sleep even less if we started doing that.
Yo, imagine that shit. Wow. I can't imagine that, actually. Because you know what happens when you get caught lying out here.
That's why I came up with the term the when memes. I came up with the term for some of these people and their ethos, their operational standard, their operating system is the when meme. Because if they had anything in common with you and I, they wouldn't be able to live that. They wouldn't be able to live that.
They wouldn't tolerate none of that shit.
Crazy, dude.
I mean, look, you know what's what, bro? Like, let's speak facts. You see a lot of cats out here talking that good talk, but they be ready to suck on a furu dick in 2.5 seconds. That's all you need to see.
Okay. See, now you're providing the entryway for me to get into what I was gonna say. Guys,
I mean, that's just what it is. Like, you see it. It's not hitting, bro.
It's just that, guys, you guys know that I love Hexico and I love Hexicans and I respect my OGs so much that I created a show for them. And I've interviewed 4 or 5 of them already. But guys, who brought these stray animals in the door? I mean, I kind of know, but I'm not going to say, but This fucking one that stole like the identity of something else, and then this other one that's fucking taking supplements and has a hot girlfriend apparently. Like what guys? Who brought them in the house? Who brought them in the house?
Holy shit! What's going on out there? Wow, I'm out the loop.
I swear to God, that's twice. What my brother? That's twice. There better not be a third time.
That's crazy. Hey man, I think you got to
actually
realize
there was a third time. It's called number 21. Oh my God! Oh my God! He sat at a desk and he was number 21. Yeah. He worked for that fucking company that surveils your grandmother, you dumb cocksucker. Like,
when I think back to that interview, I remember asking homeboy, like, yo, what was it like being there at the beginning? Like, did you understand? Because I was trying to take the conversation, and this should have been a red flag for me, but I was so busy in my head trying to find this angle to pull it out that I didn't catch the red flag. And to me, when I was talking to this dude, I'm here trying to suss out, like, yo, how'd it feel being early? Because we early as fuck right here. And it never went there. That was the major fucking red flag. Period.
God damn it. You are so right, bro. You are so right.
I ain't never said nothing about it, but that's it. That's a fact.
See, and it's not just about onboarding, because I've onboarded 70-some people. You don't see none of the fucking people I onboarded not only starting a stream, but getting lifted up and placed in front of everybody. Like, that takes effort on the established one's behalf, on the leader's behalf. I mean, the way these guys were falling over one another for that one whose grocery list includes lipstick and mascara and foundation every week, they were falling over each other for this third-rate guy that had 300 subscribers on Twitch because he talked about video games?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Are you joking me? Were you that desperate? Were you that hard up for allies? I'm sorry. I got it. Yeah, I know.
That shit was funny as hell. I had no idea what you was talking about. I mean, it's whatever, man. People are either gonna learn or they're not. You know, at the end of the day, there's gonna
Wales,
be.
if you and I were to go on a serious onboarding effort, could you think of some of the fucking hip hop heads we could bring in here?
Oh, plenty.
Well, I wonder how Hexico would act to that, because they certainly were on the fucking knee. They certainly were all buying knee pads when fucking 1, 2, and 21 all came up in here. So how would they act if I got Freddie Gibbs or fucking Griselda or maybe even a member of the Wu-Tang motherfucking clan to be a Hexican? Because guess what, guys? It's doable. I'm just not really sure right now that I want to bring them in front of y'all.
Yeah, I really wouldn't even take it that far, to be honest with you, just for the simple fact that motherfuckers don't know how to act.
Not you guys, okay? Not my people, not the Divergent, here. Not the Whales and Thoughtschild fans. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. Not the homies, but the weirdos, right? Like, they out there. They ain't in here. That's a fact. You know what I mean? They out there. They ain't in here. So they don't matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, all these people that thought one way are going to end up realizing that they was thinking wrong. And, that's just what it boils down to, bro. I don't know how else to put it. But that's just what it is. Because it's people like us that are just done. We're just done. There's nothing to scream or fight about. We're just done. And you're going to see that that's what's happened, motherfucker. And that's just the end of the discussion. Ain't nothing to talk about. Pretty simple. At least I think it's simple like that.
Right. Okay. Well, this is interesting, and I gotta, this is something I touched on the other day, but I'm going to go a little farther. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I'm going to go a little farther than just your fake ass Sam Bankman-Fried. Although there is one last thing I want to point out about that, my friends. Okay. Stay on your P's and Q's, guys. The reason that they have now introduced this entire seedy sexual aspect into this story is because what they're doing is they're drawing attention away from where the real emphasis in human sexuality is in this story. And it's precisely that FTX and SBF was funneling money to entities like a certain family that begins with the C, okay, and others who, I don't know, maybe like to take kidnapped little girls and boys into maybe dungeons and do fun shit with them. Okay, that's what they're doing when they say that fucking butt ugly girl and that fucking cracker ass doofwad from MIT were butt fucking or whatever the fuck they were doing, man. That's because they're taking attention off of where the real shit is in this story. Keep your fucking eyes on that ball, my friends. Now, here's another thing. There is a very clear, very strong connection, and I brought this up a couple weeks ago, between a certain very, very strange individual who has strong ass ties to SBF. This guy, he was another one where guys were so excited around Hexico because a nerd girl interviewed him. Oh, what a blessing that Hexico should be able to interview none other than Brock fucking Pierce. Guys, the guy who wears the fucking thatched cowboy hats. Guys, I've been over this before. This is the last time I'm going to give it to you. This was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child star who worked for Disney and was the child star of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. You think that kid didn't take a couple shots in the pooper on his rise? Listen to me, friends. The grown-up version is Brock Pierce, one of the founders of EOS, a crypto quintillionaire who we're all supposed to lay down in respect, but in actual point of fact, wouldn't know a blockchain product from a fucking Snickers bar. Okay? This motherfucker has a 1999 case for raping and drugging teenage boys. This is who Nerd Girl interviewed last year. Hoorah. 1999 case. Guess what else Brock Pierce did? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he was best friends with some schmuck by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. No, say it ain't so. Yeah, guys, 2010, Brock Pierce was a featured keynote speaker at the 2010 Mind Shift conference. He was a special guest of Mr. Epstein. Guess where the 2010 Mind Shift conference took place? Epstein fucking Island.
Would have never guessed.
Now, flash forward. Here we go. This is what I've fucking been trying to tell you fucking people for the longest time. Let's go over here and look at something real quick. Oh, my goodness. We got a couple things that Rothschild teaches you about because I'm really well studied and well read in Hermetica and Gnosticism and Esoterica. Guys, there is a word, okay? It's called Senex, okay? They will tell you it stands for senior executive. What it really freaking means is, okay, a man of old age, an old man, a wise man, an archetype. Get ready. Hold your fucking hats. Guys, the opposite of Senex is peyote. Like Puerto Rico, pure. Okay? It means child, boy, lad, young man, servant. Guys, Brock Pierce is down in Puerto Rico right now. Guess what he's doing? He's building a home for orphan boys. Guess what it's called?
Oh, shit.
Puretopia. Guess what that means? Eternal young boy utopia. Guys, star of the Mighty Ducks movie, Disney child actor, all grown up. Are you starting to make any fucking sense out of anything yet?
Yeah, I don't know how you can't at this point. I really don't know.
I found this shit, guys. This is what I do. I don't always tell you about all of it, but
chill. Yeah, when it needs to be said, it needs to be said.
That's one that you need to have, guys, and you need to keep it close, to your heart. You need to keep it in the vest there, so that you can see. Yeah, well, yeah, guys, right?
Sorry, man. Yeah.
Right? Right.
I mean, look, this is important, and the reason it's important is because we're trying to build something new. Character is everything. We can't proceed like we were doing in the past, period. I mean, if I haven't proven that to you guys, then there's no helping anybody. This notion of being a public face, and that's where the authoritative information comes from, that shit is fucking fugazi as fuck. Period. There is nobody that's going to help you. There is nobody that's going to save you. You got motherfuckers out here trying to line you up just because you out here. Wake the fuck up. I've never lied to y'all.
No, couldn't if you wanted to. Couldn't if I wanted to.
Wake the fuck up. What you think is currently happening right now? I mean, I told y'all this shit was coming. This is part of the process. Part of the process.
See, every time I peel back your domes, I'm going to change mine. So I'm going to go for my 4th hat change in this stream now.
This guy. Think he fucking fly god.
Okay. You know what? You missed a smarty there. Now you asked for it. I'm going to give you one of the sloppiest fucking tracks I could possibly give, because I love this shit. And I'll tell you what it does. It makes normies freak out. Like they're not quite sure where they are or what's going on when I play this track. Now you guys are in trouble.
Yep, it's my favorite.
Do I look like I want
yes, Mad Lib.
Conductor.
Oh.
My God.
Hey yo, the products with the piranha bites, you know the price, poltergeist, fold the tech up nice, fiend saying my work out of sight, Lewis so nice, since like a guy said you be home soon, swarm over rice, binge, radish, devil, sheesh, the blood of Christ, even just try to feed his family and God life, it's for almighty, can't nobody fuck with me, I'm not, shoot your block up and take a private flight, rockin' nice, 100 rounds, I'm shit, right, my Cartier's got wood and ice, and yo, red leather gloves with the salt and peppermint dragon. So dope for 15 years in the week practice. Imagine me listening to a nigga in cheap fabric. Your arms too short, when you reach, stop, I reach past it. I'm massive, 80K for the watch, the band plastic. Dope house doing numbers fantastic. Speeding in the acid. The more you walk, almost crashed in the magic. Inshallah, I wake up to a bad bitch. Just going for a month straight, that's a hatch. Yo, shoot one. 20 is a dance. Fitting hard in both lanes with a shame. Road brother looking all plain. Gave my shooter brick. Told him bring me back 30, sniff the hole. Out of 30K gold, Chevy, red Dracos. Had stuff to work down the scene, grab the Drano. 10 bricks, tape on step chest, she looking Prego. I'm insane, yo, shootouts all day though. With the same cold brains flows, we giving out halos. Bitch press wearing the same clothes. Look how his fame shows, we copy and paste those. You sniffing dope and coke with the same nose. And yo, your favorite rapper trash. Red eye on the Hellcat doing the dance.
Your favorite rapper's trash.
5K, how you going tonight? All the nash. Virgin man ratting nigga, how he get a pass?
That's old. I ain't even do
work and how you get a rag. Shit off the runway, you don't even got a tag. Purple with the scorpions hanging off my ass. One glass had a sweat bad in the glass. Shoot shit up with no mask, pocket grab. Laughing like, yeah, I did it, you felt bad. Plus your work ain't come back, you look sad. Yo, shoot one nigga, 20, it's a shame. Spin him all in both lanes with a shame. Ghost dweller looking on plane, gave a shooter brick. Told him bring me back dirty, sniff the whole thing.
It's the whole thing. I'm stupid. Brilliant.
What's crazy is I don't know if you knew this, but you know a lot of their tracks is old stuff. It ain't even like new stuff.
Yeah.
They might like tweak it and add lines and
Yep.
you know, a lot of this shit is old. That's crazy, bro.
Yep. They know how to like reinvent it and make continual bank, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But that's one of them collaborations that I get really geeked about because I've been in Mad Lib since Loot Pack. Like Loot Pack was like East Coast, West Coast shit back in the day. And what Mad Lib's done in the past fucking 20, 25 years is incredible. So when you take him, which is one of my top 5 guys, and combine it with Griselda, I was like, you know, like, oh my
crazy.
God.
Yeah.
It's like when I find out that Alchemist is working with these people, you know, I'm like, oh my God.
They've done a ton of work together.
Yep.
It's crazy.
All of them. I'm just saying in general, when I find out like Alchemist is doing something with anybody.
Yeah, I
get so geeked.
Of course, because you know what's coming.
Yes, precisely, young man. You know exactly what's about to go down.
Yeah, that consistency, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key.
That's the funny thing. Yo, guys, not for nothing. I'll reach out to Wales and I'll be like, ooh. I'll be like, yo, did you hear so-and-so? And he'll be like, it's like, what? It's like on the regular. I already know, bro. It's like fuego.
You stupid.
Fuego.
Just happens, man. It's not on purpose.
It just happens. That's right. On the regular. I might
happens.
know a couple other people like that around here, Wales.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only person. I can't be. It's not possible. I'm just the only person being loud about it. That's all.
Only. What am I, chopped liver, motherfucker?
Well, you know what I mean. from my perspective.
I'm playing with you.
Well, you know what's funny is that we say the same things differently.
I know. And we made that observation like early on. I was like, damn, bro, you're landing in the same places I'm landing, coming at it from a completely different like discipline and structure and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, man.
It happens, man. And that's why, you know, I'm very big on trying to tell people like they gotta understand, like, it's not just one perspective, you know, just because you're not some financial expert that understands all the nuances or whatever. That's not what it's about. That's just one of the many aspects, you know, and we all bring a different vantage point, and that's what counts. You know, it's not about watering down the message. It's about towing the line from and relaying the message from that vantage point, because we got to know what Hex is in order to be able to speak about it. And that's really all it boils down to.
Hey, Mango, you would be saving me like some shit. So I would say, please, because I'm not going to attack her, but I want to know if she's aware. I would just be like real cool with her. I'd be like, hey, honey, did you by any chance know any of this? And if she's like friendly about it, then I would start to build like a really nice report with any information that she has. But you never know. She might take it all personal and defend him, and who knows, you know?
Well, that's
I don't know.
true. That is true. Guess we'll see.
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out eventually. Well, look, the whole point of that is character is everything.
Hey.
No. People are always going to change or whatever, but a person's character is their
Wales, recently I said to my audience, I said to people, I said, can you create platinum, diamond, encrusted gold from shit? No, you cannot. Okay. So does the character and the morality of a core development team of a token or coin mean anything?
Sure does.
Why, yes, it does. If they're piece of shit people, then guess what? It follows that you're probably going to have yourself a nice little old rug of some sort later, sooner or later. Okay? So I say wherever possible, we all need to do our diligence, get boots on the ground, and assess these motherfuckers. And here's another thing you can figure out real quick, because I figured it out with a couple things fin to launch on PulseChain. If somebody acts like they got a pine cone in their asshole because you're asking questions,
then they probably do.
Then guess the fuck what? Case in point, there's a certain thing about the launch on PulseChain where those guys tried to control narratives at every turn. They would not give up their government names when they were asked to for the HEX conference or for the Pulse conference. They wouldn't do interviews if certain questions were going to be asked. What? Guys, that's the red light right the fuck there. They do not mean you well. They do not mean Richard well. They do not mean the network well.
Well, sad part is that people just don't go out of their way to assess character, and that's honestly the most important thing. Because we're trying to build a new world. And, you know, like we said earlier, we can't proceed in the same fashions and guises that we were before. We're just doomed to fail, period. Nothing's going to change. And then what? Back at square one. Same type of motherfuckers is in the way. Can't live free.
MT Coiner says the battery's at 3%. Whales got to bring the heat so he can charge his phone by
That was funny.
Hey guys, guess what? I know tomorrow is Free Ball Friday, but I'm gonna open it up here for the last little bit. Torrin, where's Gina? Where's Hex Mac, guys? Louie, what you up to? MT, you coming on, bro? Well, you're at 3%, maybe not.
Yeah, he's probably good.
No, but come on up, guys. You know, I know Whales would really enjoy it if we had a couple noobs who were like extremely freaky Whales only fans. If they would come up.
That's funny. Fans. That's just funny to me. Just some other guy.
Yo, man, did you have you heard any of the tracks lately? I broke out with a bunch of ones that I had not
played. Nah.
Let me see. I know you're gonna like a couple of these.
Yeah, for sure. You're always making good beats.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. I worked hard on them. So here we go. Here's one. This is one that, believe it or not, the second move into the Middle East, into Iraq, kind of influenced the creation of this beat. And the temporary title of it was Iraq, and then I later called it The Elegance of a Calculated Invasion.
Good change.
Yeah, you'll dig it.
This is the swing in this place.
I like this place.
No shit.
I'm not here to make a record, you dumb cracker. It's not heavy enough.
I like this place.
Check it out.
Yeah. What up, TORRIN?
What's up, brother?
Hey, you sound crisp and clean.
Is it good?
It
All
sounds real good, real good. Do you know this guy they call Whales Only? You ever heard of him?
Absolutely.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, Wales?
Good, man. How you doing?
It's a pleasure. Again, luckily this time the audio's a little better.
Yeah, you sound fine, man. You sound just fine.
Awesome.
It's always a roll of the dice with TORRIN, who, by the way, is technologically adroit, but for some reason he likes to roll the dice with his sound system every time he comes on. He's like, well, I'm going to try something new tonight. And you're like, well, that really sucks dick right there, TORRIN. He's like, all right, well, I'll be right back.
It's been a while. It's been a while. The first couple, I figured it out, and actually, this is mobile, but the my better phone actually doesn't have the audio jack, so I have to and for whatever reason that one, the better phone, when I plug in a USB-C cable into it, it picks up all kinds of crazy interference. Doesn't make any sense.
I got a question. Why do you have so many different profiles? Or is there just two profiles over there? Is it like two different devices?
Actually, yeah, it's two devices.
Oh.
And I think one of them, I think on your end, it's actually blocked somehow. Because my main one, I can't post in the whenever I post, it's banned. It's like shadow banned or whatever. It shows up on my device, but then
I don't put any
never shows up
restrictions
like
on
that.
my groups like that, bro.
It's odd. Yeah, I don't
Nate
know. I can
Steaks, what
tell
up, Nate Steaks?
with the second phone, I can see, what's going on. They're not showing up. So
Yo,
in
Nate
that case,
Steaks, what were you doing the other night? I was up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and somebody was posting saying Nate Steaks is on doing something. What were you doing, guys? There's the StreamYard link.
Twitter space replay of RH.
I'm sorry, say again.
It was one of the RH Spaces replays. I don't remember which one because he did.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it. Did you hear Whales and I talking about it earlier on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one with the 14K, dude. He was like Ginsu. He was like a Ginsu.
Yeah, he was shutting him down.
Oh my god, dude. These fools that step to him, man, are just like, what do you think?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, all of this stuff, I have to keep reminding myself, all of this stuff that's going down, like, what's it really gonna do? Shake out, that's what happens at the bottom of the bear. All these people, whatever it is,
they just get shaken out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's like what I.
Well,
I
hold on, we gotta remember a lot of these people aren't even in real crypto too. They just all kind of wrong.
Drive-bys.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing the audience that these people have on Twitter. And because they sound amazing, they definitely, sound like they got everything all figured out and hunky-dory la-di-da. But then and then you tell them over and over and over, "Done told you," and then they're like, "Okay, that stuff is dead. What's the next one?" It's like
literally from one carcass to another.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They just have to play the game. They have to it's like they.
It's ridiculous if they.
It argues for what I say about this not being a real reality, and these people are all just placed, into these slots and positions and shit. And they're like, people go, "Oh, I can't believe so and so said that or did that." And I'm just like, "What are you talking about, man? Do you know who feeds his dog bowl, or fills his dog bowl? Like, wake the fuck up, man."
Completely believable. In fact, let me show you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy because here we sit after these ridiculous, selections, right? I mean, and you can see them doing everything. Like, they're not even hiding the ridiculousness of the stupidity behind everything. They're just not hiding it anymore. And that is what that's good because it's going to get to a point where so many people are going to get fed up, right? That it's not just going to be us anymore. And that's really when we win. At that point, we're winning. And I mean, I think we're already there, but I think we still got some more ground to cover from the knowledge perspective because there's still too much love for these celebrities and all of that. Like, all that got to cease and desist, bro. All them people, they're placed.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? Like, who really gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like this admiration for people that don't do nothing is wild. That's all that is. Like, you're not doing nothing. They're not even putting words together. It's being given to them. Like, at least with music, these people, in some cases, they're putting in work. A lot of cases, of course not.
Yeah, like
that's commercial music.
At least fucking like Usher could dance his black ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I mean, but his ass was commercial.
He had that.
He was commercial as fuck, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, after a certain level, it's like whatever. But, at the end of the day, you gotta realize what's real and what's not. When somebody's passionate, when somebody's passionate, right? Versus somebody just singing some song that's given to them.
You don't have to call me. It's okay, girl.
We're gonna have you singing some Bobby Valentino next.
Oh yeah. and the panties are gonna come flying.
That guy was so monotone. It was crazy.
You just wait.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a regular goddamn Casanova on all you motherfuckers.
for sure. For sure. Oh man.
I think one of the reasons, like you were saying earlier, that people like to follow all the gurus is because then they have somebody to blame. When shit
you
falls
might be
apart, inevitably they're like,
You might be right. I never thought of that because I don't think
I personally am blaming Whales Only for market cycles right now myself. Actually,
imagine that shit. Oh my god.
Imagine I got on board. You do blame me for market cycle.
Exactly. That's what people are doing. Like,
you told me I was going to be rich. No, I actually didn't do that ever. What are you talking about?
They probably thought that because they started watching commercials and whatnot.
No, they started watching Whales Only.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna win.
If you hold on long enough, for sure. It's a no-brainer at that point. But a lot of people ain't willing
like
to
seriously though. You bring up a good point. Like it's like one of the fucking cornerstones of all of like HEX.
Well, not even
like
HEX.
Axiomatic is like patience, time, discipline, virtue.
Yeah, but here's a catch. It's not just HEX. From that perspective,
I know that. Yeah.
From that perspective, it's imperative that people realize that's the winning strategy in general, right? Just thinking long term and planning long term, because you're giving yourself nothing but room to win, and that's all it is. And that's why this makes so much sense. It does what it's supposed to do. It pays you, blah blah blah, right? All the beautiful things.
The beautiful things.
Yeah, everything else doesn't do that. You got to hand over authority, ownership, everything. You got to relinquish
your keys, your firstborn. Like
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Like I don't got time for that. So once you start realizing the landscape, what's going on, you can see real from fake. But
that shit's starting to catch though, man. In the mainstream, people are starting to say what we say and what Richard says. They're starting to say it.
Well, you remember my favorite 2 words, right? No fucking choice, baby.
No choice.
Yep, and I miscounted on purpose just in case anybody's trying to be fucking stupid out there.
No choice, baby.
Yep, they ain't got no choice. You trying to go broke or you trying to stay paid?
Ooh, no, you didn't.
And that's why, I always rail against people with their opinions. Like, yo, your opinion is irrelevant. Always and forever. Period. And these past few weeks certify that fact. A lot of cats is out here talking with their opinions. Look at them now. Nowhere to be seen. So
the feels. How are you up in your feels today?
Oh, they deep in them motherfuckers.
Let's remember the young gentleman who thought it was appropriate to go on an interview and cry his eyes out because Richard Hart was right.
Yo, that.
Did you hear what I said about that, Wales? I said, I want to know what country that motherfucker is going to be running because that's the first one we're rolling into.
Yep.
I said, we're taking all their shit. Yep. I'm taking his girlfriend. She's going to love me.
Those are like Ethereum people, right?
I don't even know, man.
I don't know.
We tried to build something beautiful and it
I don't even know who them cats are.
Dude, for real? We actually did over here. We've been here the whole time. We've been here the whole time. So you want to get all romantic about your projected feelings about something that wasn't real. We are actually over here the past 3 years. You were like the door was open.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? Like maybe you should just like suck on a dick and choke or some shit. I don't know.
It's just wild how people pretend so hard and get away with it. Like these people are all pretending.
Yes, they are.
Like,
and what I want to hear is a couple motherfuckers step up and say, you know what? I was wrong. and you were right, and Richard was right, and you were right, and you were right. I was wrong. You know what? I'll bring that motherfucker up. I'll be like, all right, come on in here. Now I'll check him. I'll check him real close for a long time. But I'm saying we might be elite. I say it in my show description for free ball. We might be elite. We are not elitists. We might be the elite. We are not elitists.
That's right. We're trying to lift people up. You're not trying to keep people down. Difference.
True.
100%.
True.
This is what's so frustrating at the same time. Yeah. Some people, they don't want to come up. They want to stay down. And they don't understand that that's a negative.
Well, stay married to that shit. Go ahead and stay married to your little sentiments.
That's programming. We're programmed to fail. We're programmed to be our own worst enemy. We're programmed to take a 2x instead of 2000x. It's
sad but true, man.
That's why the staking.
Well, you could be like Max Kaiser and say, well, all the problems of hunger and homelessness in this world could obviously be solved by Bitcoin. Bitcoin. And then Stacy leans over with a big horker on her hand. And he goes, yeah, Bitcoin.
Yeah. Worked out great for El Salvador.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on down there. The wallet situation is the issue from what I remember.
Yeah, and it was bad timing. Like nobody.
Oh, as far as them get the price, hell yeah, that was bad timing.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean buying tops?
They're buying one a day.
That's why I didn't even think of that. Like, yeah, no brainer. Of course, that's horrible.
Yeah. My name's Michael Saylor, and I just knocked it out of the park at 52K.
False.
Yeah, I don't know why people fight the cycle so much and then try and come up with better, like they're gonna cheat it somehow. And it's like,
well, Torrin, didn't you know that this time was different?
Always is, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm thankful. I feel like my value in Pulse Chain is locked in, and I'm one of those people that feels like, especially if it's got to be perfect, like on launch. The longer
it's gonna be, man.
Yeah,
the higher the value.
Yeah,
upon launch,
and the better it's gonna be. Yeah, exactly. Like RH, the stuff that is going through his mind, we haven't heard the beginning of it. I think like full vertical integration. There's a lot of room. And I don't. Anything else is speculation on my part. But I expect a ton more from RH.
I mean, we're being forced to. And this is the thing. This is how technology works over time. You cannot stop humans from being human.
Well, Empty Corner's like, why is trustless yield such a taboo concept in normal people? Good question.
Yeah, it's because they're like, oh, it's too good to be true syndrome. Oh, no way.
It's that Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. And a lot of people have it. You got to wake yourself up out of it. Yeah. And even a lot of people that are supposedly awake.
You just say Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, man.
100%.
Well said.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it is. It makes zero sense.
Oh, the reminders I get from Hexico every day. I don't know. Like, I'm totally addicted. I'd be.
Oh, what is happening, fellas? What's good?
Hey, this is a first.
Matt, what up,
this is a first for me for Thought Child's
It's
channel.
a fucking honor to meet all of you in person on stream. The fucking Supreme done told you, yo.
Supreme done told you.
Oh my god, bro! It changed my life. You made me think about.
Yeah, there it is. Tell him, Nate.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro. I knew Hex was popping, and then when Whales really broke the T-shirt down to me, I was like, oh fuck, this is yes, sir.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome to welcome home, I should say. Welcome to the Thought Child's Mind Spray.
That's right, man. And shout out to you, bro. You've been killing it. You've been absolutely killing it.
Thank you, man. Hey, Whales, did you see I got nominated for an award?
Oh yeah, how about that?
I'm the funniest. I guess now that what's his face isn't here, I get to step into the whole clown role, huh?
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
yeah. You didn't know.
Now.
The joke.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't say names, but
That's right, Nate. Yeah, what?
I'm just kidding. I do say names a lot, but I ain't
Oh,
saying some
man.
names.
Oh my God, Thos is taking his competition out. Look at that. Wow. Who's
You
next?
hit. You don't even hit them in the knees, huh? You just fucking blow
Uh-oh.
their brains out.
It's gonna be between Thos and Richard.
I mean, some people make a mistake. Like they make mistakes, and I try to be compassionate. But if you're gonna step, I'm going to do what I was trained to do, man. And like, there's a couple times where a couple of these guys just thought, I don't know, they could be or a certain way or say a certain thing. And if I don't know if people haven't noticed, but number one, I'm never scared. Number two, I don't get embarrassed. And number three, I don't have stage fright. So if you're going to step to me, say in a Twitter space, and I have a certain strong feeling about you or a situation, you shouldn't have opened the door, man. Like, I'm sorry, dude. You made me
Well,
do
you own
it.
your shit. That's the number one thing. Like, you say what you want, and then you own it. So, like, that's
why nobody can fuck with
Dude, there's only a couple ways to be in this life, and I'll tell you one thing: don't get on my bad side, okay? Don't get on my bad side, and life's gonna be peace. Paul Sex is here. What up, fool?
Right. What's up, Paul? I'm Red Squirrel.
Red Squirrel said, "Oi, oi."
But yeah, man, this is just crunch time. You know, it's all fun and dandy, right? When prices are going up every day, but you gotta be able to ride the waves. That's the only way to really make it. Period.
Hey, man, I have yet to hear of anything in this incarnate reality that does not have the quality of the dualism built in, aka the biorhythm. You got a relationship with a woman, some days it's heaven on earth. Someday you can't think of a worse way to fucking be in somebody's doghouse. Anybody here? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm ignorant. There must be a couple guys here that every day is orgasmically wonderful and perfect in a relationship with a female. It must just be me.
I'd like to meet
her.
Oh,
wait. Yeah, the qualifier. I was going to say, I know a guy like that, but wait, no, he's not in a relationship with a female.
It's not a real relationship.
That's all not including his hand in a lubricant now. We're talking about a real living
person.
Yeah.
What you guys been talking about tonight? In general,
shit. What are we talking about, Wales?
A little bit of everything, really. It's just whatever.
I basically laid out some science on FTX, SBF, and most importantly, the realities of Brock Pierce. You might want to go back and watch tonight's stream.
Absolutely, I'll definitely roll all that back. That's sick. There's so much happening. It's like hard to keep up with. I've been watching this whole FTX thing and laughing and listening to Richard just smack these people around.
So that's something we commented on, that 14,000 attendees at that Twitter space where Richard effortlessly controlled that whole shit.
Yeah, they like to break up. They like to make imaginary what ifs, like, disastrous situations, just like policies, and they're not really with reality, and they don't like to be pointed out on their bullshit, and they don't like when their negative externalities are like, in the front face of everything.
Oh yeah. Especially when they're carrying a goddamn agenda and narrative with them, like the fucking guy who was a shill for CBDCs.
Yeah,
in that fucking room. That fucking
Arab
guy.
And the narrative is
so
just
deep. They're coming to kill
real
it.
They take everything at face value and take it, and instead of understanding that it's a chess move, it's part of the narrative.
Right. That's why I always say you need to be able to. I've said this for long before I was ever a Hexican, man. I said you got to be able to move and conceptualize the heart of darkness. You have to.
Not telling us. They tell us, what they're doing, but it's not the whole picture. Like it's
Sam Bankman Fried. Oh yeah, they don't tell us what they're doing.
Well, it's not laid out in one freaking long speech, but yeah, it's put out there every which way because that's karmically they have to tell us. Once they've told us, and then we participate in the contract, it's on us.
It. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that first interaction,
the fuck out of here. Hey, get up in here, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Man, what are you
Come on.
doing, man? Oops. Well, you guys can copy that. But
We got to.
guys, get yourself some shirts, man. That gives you 10% off.
Yeah. Dude, they all look
good
great.
stuff,
Good
X-Man.
stuff.
Real life matters.
This is real life. And the metaverse.
Dude, hey,
And
Hexmac,
Hexico.
get after that, dude. Don't worry about anything else.
No, we joke. We have we kind of have a running joke in the Divergent about Mac's love life and my love life, and Torrin's love life.
Hey, it can be a wild world, dude. Vegas is very gnarly experience. Just let's put it that way.
Yeah. I've never fucked a woman in Las Vegas. I've only been to Vegas a couple times. Fuck
Yeah, imagine growing up and that's all you're around.
Ugh.
No, that's not
You
all
grew
bad.
up in Vegas, Nate?
There's a lot of nice shit.
Yeah, he's been pretty clear about that, in my opinion.
Yeah, you can clean up if you're macking out here.
Right. Easy peasy.
I didn't know that. You're in Vegas. You live there, Nate, now, or you grew
Oh,
up there?
Paul, get off Hexy
Oh, yeah.
bastard, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, as they would say, West Coast, best coast, but I wouldn't really say that because this last couple of years here have been fucking trash.
You do know that the meaning of California is Kali, the goddess of death in Hindu culture. Kali with a K, Kali's furnace.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is what California actually means.
Really?
Yeah, I always joke about California falling off with the an
It's
earthquake.
almost too literal.
Real quick. And then Vegas will be the new beachfront.
Well, we used to joke and say y'all were going to float to China, but
that's Alaska.
That's too hopeful.
Alaska's going to go to Russia, and then
dude, I fell in love with a
Why
woman
get to
there.
China
I thought she
before
was
anything else, you know?
I thought she was my soulmate, dude. And I drove out there and had the best 10 days of my life. And I come back here, and this woman's going to be my wife, and we're going to be together forever. And we're going to go to the middle of America and get something away from the coasts, and we're gonna have our 5 children. Maybe we make a 6th, who knows? Everything was gravy. And all of a sudden she called me up one day and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, what? I was like, fuck, I do hope California breaks off and fucking falls in the ocean now.
Well, at least you had good intentions.
Yeah, not much else you can do.
Yeah.
Oh man, my life has just been one fucking flaming abortion after another. Hey, what up, Finn Bizzles?
Finn, right now. Coffee time.
More token. How about that, Wales? Did you get some of Trayvon's more?
Nah, I haven't.
Nah, he said nah.
You're not buying the NFT rug? You're not bidding to get one of the 6 ones?
No. NFT.
I bought an actual rug for the mud at the front door. Is that what? Oh, forget.
Well, sometimes you got to scrub your boots.
Right. Finn, there's a StreamYard link there. As long as you have a bathrobe on or something. Although save that for later today, man. We're doing Free Ball Friday.
Speaking of, where's Corey? I haven't seen Corey in a while.
I don't know. I'm sure he got to sit down. Somebody sat him down. You gotta stop being so friendly with Thoughtchild and those divergent motherfuckers, man.
Does I have a question for Wales. Does this whole thing with the subpoenas, whatever? I know it's not that too serious or whatever, but does that kind of put Hex in a even higher retrospective light, XRP, but in a better fashion?
No, not relevant.
No.
Nice. Who's getting paid to do anything?
No one.
Right. You mean socially?
True. At the end of the day, I mean, it's a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time, and it's all stupid ass FUD. It seems like a waste of energy and shit.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah, that's
what. After it's all said and done,
a lot of everything, you notice in the crypto spaces and the Twitter spaces, everything is noise. It's all fucking noise.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't go to them. It's a waste of time.
Dude, it drives me crazy. I'm like, dude, no wonder he.
I hate it. I tell motherfuckers,
I'm stupid.
Pretty much. People just, they can't help themselves. It is what it is. People just gonna learn the hard way. It's all good. It is what it is.
Yeah, people always tell me whenever I talk to people about crypto, they just don't want to. They don't want to hold their own keys. They don't want to.
They don't understand the importance of being responsible for their own well-being, and they're gonna pay the price for that. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a working slave class fool forever.
Yeah, well, a lot of people just that's what they want, you know, and that's just unfortunately what it's gonna be for a lot of people, whether they want it or not, because they do want it, because they're not willing to put in the work to find that freedom.
I heard that in a hex, another like space. Some guys like, well, some Bitcoin master was like, well, what do you do? We do like proof of work or whatever, like electricity. And like someone's like, well, we do proof of weight, proof of time. Like, and he couldn't get that. He didn't get what it took to like, you know, hold up the price. He didn't get it. He didn't get that the hex tokens get burned. They just shout like morons.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's again, a lot of people don't even realize hex is a bonding curve token. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, and that's part and parcel, a big part of the problem. A lot of people don't know what crypto even is. So, you know, when you come into contact with people like that, you just gotta keep it moving, man, because you're honestly just wasting time. And that's what's frustrating to me about the majority of the community giving all these furus numbers, because RH is never going to become number one if we keep supporting these clowns that are just detracting from the space. Period. I don't give a fuck what your excuse is. They're not adding value, so you're taking away from RH's gusto because he can't fucking be put up at the front, because you got other motherfuckers getting put up at the front, and you're helping them. Those are the facts. Yep. Those are the facts.
Word. Hell yeah.
Because what happens when we show up?
Right.
Their numbers go fucking bazooka.
Yeah. Everywhere. Anything. Anytime. A new chain launches. Hexicans.
Yep. So, you know,
it's
we
like
gotta
weird,
realize our value. Period.
They don't even know how to use like crypto. It's crazy.
Yep. Pretty much. So
the T share is on a bonded curve, right? Not the not the, like pros, not the price of hex, obviously, but the T share rate is on a bonded curve.
Right, but the creation of hex is based on that T-share rate. Without that T-share rate, hex is like any other coin. It's
just
irrelevant.
another token. Yeah.
That's what separates it from everything else, and that is what determines the in and out of the coin, the existence and the non-existence of the coin.
Supply and demand. Someone wants it. The price is always going up for T shares, and you just push it out and delay it. You know, if you don't need it, all these different strategies with staking, it's brilliant. It's absolutely
once I understood hex, I really, really got to that point where like, yes, I don't need nothing else. And then everything else started piling out, and I was like, damn,
I feel like it's noise too.
I had already decided to put all that away, like the trading, and that's how it kind of feels like to me, getting into a derivative. It's like, okay, it's, you know what, and then I'm starting to think like, okay, so what's the opposite of a derivative at this point? I'm like, hex is just so perfect. Like, what do we really need on top of it? I mean, I kind of get the HSI thing for being able to tokenize it, but then again,
man, dude, I'm going to be able to borrow $2.37. I can't wait, dude.
Well, it kind of defeats the purpose in my mind. Like, it really does. And on one hand, and like I said before, you know, tosses and
you're not delaying gratification any longer.
Right.
Very basic.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it makes sense for it to be a loan. Like, you gotta take that risk. It shouldn't be a freebie. You know what I mean? But it's still pretty booty. So I still agree.
Well, I love Hexico. I've been really, really resistant to get into any organization for years and years.
Oh yeah, we don't join clubs, man.
Yeah, we don't.
No, hell no, no clubs. But so Hexico, though, the thing I love about Hexico, I might make a total fool and jackass and clown of myself, but nobody can kick me out. Nobody's taking my head. Period. So I love that. Like nobody can be kicked out of Hexico, period. You might get ostracized, but you can't get kicked out.
Yeah. Hey guys, you think you had a hard time with your old lady? I mean, come on now.
That'd be a nice tattoo on the back.
What do you think it's like going home to her? Look, there's her previous 2 husbands right there.
Yeah, have fun with Callie.
Come here, baby. Let me love you up.
The version of, oh man.
Jeff, Carl, you guys okay?
How many heads are on the necklace? That's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, she gets down, bro. PulseChainiacs.
Dick. You funny, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Paul wants to play.
Yeah, he's
You
ready.
promise you're gonna keep that scimitar in the scabbard when we get down. Oh yeah, baby. I promise.
Oh.
Wabow.
With the serpent below depiction. Always
It's
the
interesting
same.
to me because in Hawaii, the Kali representation is basically Pele, who's the same thing, the creator and the destroyer. So, but everybody worships Pele like the creator, not the destroyer, until their house gets covered in lava. But which happens a fair amount on the Big Island, actually. But
imagine that.
Yeah, all the tails, all the different ones.
Wow. Yeah, well, it's interesting because I mean they take it. It's really I don't know. I spent 5 years in Hawaii and totally fell in love with it. Dug right in, but the stories they have of Pele, like the things that have happened, like especially with the monarchs, their old monarchs is kind of like how I see how monarchs like should be. Like I on the spiritual level, I go back and forth with this, the concept of what could be here versus what is, and where we've been before. You look at the ancient cultures and what they've done, what the architecture, the way they looked at life, the art, even the Renaissance era. It's forget the ancient stuff. It's just I really think there's a bigger cycle, and I feel like we're in the second dark ages or something right now.
I don't know. It's like the evolution of the
Wrong.
eye. As technology evolves, the settings change, but the game is still the same. The people who are in control of everything are still trying to play the game and clamp down on everybody and run their show and do how they want to make everybody dance. And
yeah, there's something to be said about how they can bring it all together in whatever numbered epoch we're in now, though, because this whole transhumanist thing is fucking realer than a heart attack,
do you
man.
think that? I mean, look at AI. They got AI, dude. They got AI too. So I mean,
they are changing our consciousness on the daily, like
for
changing.
Sure. You guys know what? Yes, I agree,
about.
and you guys know what the new crackhead is going to be, right? The new crackhead is going to be the person that lives in VR goggles. They don't bathe. No, you laugh, but they don't bathe much. They don't eat enough.
no, I don't doubt it.
They're
They make
fucked
movies
up,
about
dude,
it. They
because
foreshadow
would
about it.
rather be over there in bliss, where they got the 10 out of 10 body. They're fucking multiple supermodels. Everything's taken care of. They're in a beautiful forest. They come out here, they're living in a fucking shack, fucking weighing 105 pounds and shit. Like it's gonna be scary, dude.
No doubt.
They're gonna eat just enough food to get back into the fucking
imagine
the Matrix, man.
when they have like a table in front of them that gives them all this shit, like their liquid and their food, and they got a seat with the toilet, and they don't ever have to fucking move.
Yes,
that's trippy.
That's happening in my lifetime, and I might not even have long left. So that is happening.
Because you could have like it's not that complicated. You make like a vending machine style shit with the, you know what I mean?
Well, think about this. When I was a kid, you didn't really see a lot of people riding around these fucking scooters and all that shit. Now you see plenty of people on some type of standing support because they can't even stand and walk themselves around.
Tell me about it.
Oh
I know
God.
I watched this firsthand, day in and day out. And I have amputation above the knee, so I kind of go 50-50 right now with wearing my leg or not. And so even when I'm on crutches, I actually just go on crutches when I want to actually when my leg's gonna slow me down. So when I go to the grocery store, I just grab a basket, hold it with my crutches, crutch my ass around the store real so quick and get out.
Get it
But I
done.
look and I watch and they're like, I love speeding past the people in the carts and they're just like, what? You know, and I'm like,
We've talked about this
gas
before,
up.
and I can't stop thinking about the possibilities of creative weaponry that you could fit into
Dude,
that, man.
everybody
Like you
says
could
that.
have
Even
blades, submachine guns, like all kind of shit, dude.
oh, even my prosthetist, she was like, "Oh, you know, I have more and more people asking me. They build the whole a pocket right into the prosthetic for the holster to go." And I'm like, "No, it's too slow for me. I don't like that idea. I have to get it, you know."
I'm
You
good
could
with
just
close to
have
the
one that has
waist.
like a flip
Right on my
down
belt,
shit,
right?
and you just
Right, like
it has
I've
a
been
clip
trained.
too, and you just and then it could have
Now
a
there,
dildo in it for when things get exciting. You just rip out the dildo. Fucking, you could actually like decanter fucking drinks out of it
you
and
saw the
shit.
peg leg, and like I did that. I
Yeah,
finally
you ain't
went and
getting
did
no
that
bitches with that,
for
man.
Halloween. So no, I'm gonna do the shotgun. Like even my prosthetist too. I asked her about it. I'm like, so all these people want me to put a shotgun in this sucker. What you know? And she's like, do it. I'm like, all right, dude.
Wow, that's
And
funny.
she got a cop for a husband too. So I was like, all right,
Oh,
here we
nice.
go. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah. I gotta have
hardcore. That's
fun
what's
with
up.
it, man. It's just
Yeah, you do gotta have fun with it.
yeah, no, well, because that's the thing. Like for all my life with scouts and everything else, I've been just trying, you know, be stronger, be stronger, be
Yeah, he's
stronger.
a
Like
vet. He's a vet of driving cars like a fucking asshole.
that too. No, dude, only one of those was my fault. I mean it. Like I don't.
I'm just fucking with you. You know, I
Yeah,
always told you I was never gonna baby you with this shit because you're too
dude,
awesome.
and you gotta go. Like you gotta live. Like you like I don't know.
Hey, Torrin, is it what is it? Transfemoral, tib?
Yeah.
What is it?
Above the knee.
Above the knee?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Did you do therapy?
no.
Physical therapy?
No, I had massage. Luckily a close close companion, really good at massage. So and that was one thing most amputees are missing that like they really need bad. Like that's
Yeah.
massage is part of any treatment from any doctor. Like they all want you either pill or surgery. When the pill doesn't work, then surgery, and that's it. But
Yeah, you
So
shouldn't
a
stupid,
good
man.
neuromuscular therapist will solve most of your shit. Like you, because people get out of alignment. It's like you see them first, and then you go to the chiropractor maybe once a season to get you back in order if you're doing your stretching and everything else right, you know, taking care of yourself. But like you don't like not take care of yourself, or you just not take very good care of yourself and go to the chiropractor once a week, you know, it's up to you. But yeah, most amputees have to have a revisionary surgery, at least one. Most have like 4 to 10. I didn't have
Damn,
any, none.
I did not
I
know
didn't
that.
have one. But
Wow.
I got on it right away. They told me I had it done at the VA. Actually, it was a VA OU collaboration. I was in a research study. So they were like, you got to get up and use it right away. That's the best thing you can do. I was like, okay.
Yeah, motion is lotion for the joints. It makes your shit function. You either move it or lose it principle. I was just asking because you know, I do that for a living. I do therapy, so like, yeah, you got to do manual therapy techniques and work out the muscles and stuff, and you got to be gait training and then strengthening your glutes and your quads. But
And you and DG, that body mechanic, like him and I, he's along that lines too. You should get in his
Torrin, does that body work that you get done? Does that help with the whole like phantom limb like itching kind of shit? Does it help with that?
Yo.
No.
Yeah, phantom limbs.
No, you know though, I finally had a breakthrough like 13 years later. The other night I was stretching. I've been big into stretching yoga for actually my physical therapist in the Coast Guard first got me on it. But so I was stretching and pushed on my chest right above my heart. And it was so tight. that I got this massive phantom pain like in my limb. It was like a weird one. It was like that. I get all different kinds. But so I finally realized some of it, because there's no loop back, there's no feedback loop. Some of them that I get are just caused by being tight in other areas of my body. Because when I pushed on my chest, it like boom lit up, and I let go, and I was good. And then I stretched my chest, and it popped actually, and then it was gone. So like I don't know. I'm way behind on my. Actually, my prosthetist wants me to teach a class at the clinic, on stretching for amputees, and I really should do it because it's something.
We might have a special guest coming in here in a minute. Hold on a second.
Boom. Finbe, the Viking.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Go ahead and please, by all means, continue.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're all just sharing our amputee stories. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong stream.
Whoops.
That's sweet, Nate. I love it. One thing we're missing is lawyers. It seems like, or they're just smart enough to not pipe up about who they are.
I don't know if I'd want to be mixed up in that system. Why would you want to be attached to that system?
Lawyers can't be.
Well, because we need good people there.
I know you need good representation and shit. It's drastic though. It's like a very broken system.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, the legal system is not what we think it is, and that's kind of one of the things I try to teach people. We're under this guise that we have some type of law and order, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the criminals, the insane people, the psychos are in charge. There is no law and order. Drug dealers and pedophiles and
the government has a monopoly on everything.
Here's what you got to understand. It's not that the government has a monopoly on everything. It's that the people are asleep at the wheel. Government exists because the people decreed it so. Period. So people forgot that them motherfuckers work for us. Whatever they say is irrelevant. Period.
Right. We need to remind
people need
everybody that when we, if legal stuff comes up, get a jury and jury nullification, jury. I always forget this word, but they don't even educate the jury anymore about what they're supposed to do, which is decide whether this law that is being, tried under is even accurate anymore, even necessary, relevant. Nobody knows that. Like, we're supposed to be deciding this stuff, like, as we go.
Oh yeah, incoming. Fuck y'all doing?
Hey, I'm out of here. It was good kicking it with you fellas. It's an honor.
Kool-Aid's coming in.
No way.
That's fire. Oh, I'll listen.
All right.
Good night, fellas.
Hey, Nate, thanks for stopping through. Free Ball Fridays later today.
Hey.
That was a pleasure, Nate. Sorry, Whales. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're getting me all worked up, though.
All good, man.
Larry's coming.
That's awesome.
Finbear, did you get the kids to school? He said, we piss with the cock we're given. Hey, look at this. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Crypto Kool-Aid.
What's going on, bro?
What up, brothers?
How are you doing, sir?
I was actually going to play some God of War that my friends made, and for me to take a even fraction of a night off is something of a rarity. But I'll hop on for a sec. How you guys
Okay,
doing?
I was gonna say, and then Thought Child had to come in and fuck it all up.
Yeah, well, one day you're gonna get hair on your head, not on your face, and then from there,
Nah, you're going the wrong direction on the time scale, my friend.
I
I used to have it down in the middle of my back, buddy.
well, that's the worst. 'Cause you can't shave it off. You can't see your back.
It's
So what the hell are y'all
because
talking
I
about?
was hanging out with all the Boricuas and the sisters, and they would plait up my long hair, and that much tension on pale face hair didn't work out too good. So,
You need to start those things with "see what had happened was."
Oh man.
See what had happened was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the conversation evening, gentlemen?
Me and Whale's just been talking about how we're so persistently right, and it's the feature.
It's also the perk of systemic design. It's like when you can see where the water goes, you understand where the water flows. So,
hey man, did you get to review or hear that? I don't participate in them, but I did get into the one where Richard held court in a Twitter space of 14K attendees, and it was our man, dude. It was our boy running it. I mean, just destroying.
Is that where he was telling the guy like he doesn't tell me how to curse because you're not an adult?
No.
No.
I just know that. What's that one guy's name? Kim.com. Boy, was he ever sucking up to Richard.
Well, it's not even the real Kim.com. I mean, Kim.com is Mega Upload. The guy that got accosted in New Zealand and was sitting in his hidey box.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, he's not a pushover.
Yeah, look, I was going to say wrongkim.com, but anyone can appropriate. Did you see that Twitter just locked down their facilities because half of their company refused to return to work over old Lon's dystopian return and do what he says things. So theoretically at that point, well, let me give you a preface. So in game dev, when everyone gets laid off and a game gets canceled, they bring everyone to a room and they lock your computers while they're giving this announcement. That way you can't run back to your computer to get your shit off so you have a portfolio. So that's akin to what's happening right now in Twitter.
Whoa,
and if we look at the logistics of how Meta lost, the numbers are what, between 13 billion and 32 billion, chasing a dream that they don't know how to build a fucking decent video game, which is what they were trying to do. And now that was Twitter's $42 billion mistake. Just because you have money and just because you are from the prestigious realm of I did does not mean you can continue. One-hit wonders do happen.
Could be a long game.
No. It's a stupid game. That's what it is.
Yeah, not necessarily. It benefits us in the long run because now we have all this information that we couldn't see before, just out there like it's supposed to be.
Look, if I know anything, I know that the pendulum swings, whether it's manipulated to or whether that's naturally occurring. The pendulum swings. It's why if you get a Democrat for 4 to 8 years, you can damn well be sure what's coming the next, right? I mean, it's just the way it moves.
Yeah, but that's not how it works in tech, right?
Okay.
Tech doesn't tech-ish. So if you could have capitalized and understood what the .com bubble, when people didn't know what a .com was, when PetRock.com made $1 million for shipping people River Rocks and didn't even have googly eyes on it like a proper adult to sell someone a River Rock, he still capitalized $1 million on it. And the captain was telling me that they had pet rocks way before the .com bubble. They even had sand for them to live in, like for food. I'm like, the fuck? Well, capitalize on an old idea on a new tech and you can make some profit on it. But I mean, Amazon took that online library nonsense and turned it to one of the more profitable businesses around. I'm sorry, I actually don't go shopping. I like Amazon. It delivers to my house. It's easy. It's convenient. But Twitter itself, look at Twitter Spaces, how much trash it is. Look at that. You have to like almost refresh your browser to another browser to see instant updates.
Real people aren't using Twitter Spaces, bro. Like only retards are using that. That's something you gotta understand.
Well, I'm saying the infrastructure though. He purchased that. I mean, like,
look, I think you're overselling the features. That shit doesn't matter. It's the
why
text.
is the tech so bad, Larry?
No.
Why is
no.
that tech so
Fuck
shitty?
all that. What matters is the text. That information flow is critical.
Agreed. That's
the
why
rest of that shit is irrelevant, bro. All that other shit doesn't matter. That's why they were censoring the information, not the fucking spaces and all that other dumb shit.
I don't disagree with you, but like that's why. What's it called? Freddyversal or something like that. That's the decentralized version of all dApps and utilities that Mastodon is based on. All the rest of the shit I don't have time to fuck with, because when you make video games, I already play with 10,000 buttons, 10,000 programs, but nothing plays nice. I have no time to fucking deal with any of the rest of it. I only get on Twitter at all to listen to what you all have to say because you're my friends, and I don't want to use Telegram.
Yeah, but Twitter ain't even for that. So you're using it wrong, honestly.
The thing is, I don't even want to use it at all.
Well, then don't. Yeah, it's like that's the whole point. Twitter is for information flow. It's not for fucking hanging out and all that dumb shit. That is like, if you're not using it as a leverage tool, then you're using it wrong.
Well, Twitter is essentially what Facebook News was back in 2016 for the election.
I never was on Facebook, so
it's the same off the minutes. You know what I mean? So
well,
like, I was on.
They just censor shit. You know what I mean? So there's no real like there's no information flow on. There was never any information flow on Facebook. Period. That was always catered, right? Yep. And this is what I'm trying to explain. It's like trying to do a search for anything on Google. You're not getting anything on that. You're getting information that's they want you to see. Period. That's what you get.
That's all through aggregators, though.
Well, it depends on what your settings are. Most people don't know how to set their settings, and that's why I'm speaking generally, right?
Sure. No, you know, tech is my game. I do understand.
Oh, I know, but we can't speak from our vantage point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because our vantage point doesn't matter, right?
For me, it's just I can't believe something was bought for $43 billion.
That shit doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. People throw away money every day. What do you mean?
Oh, I know. Sony bought $1 billion worth of Epic stock. Well, Epic partnership, and it didn't even touch Tencent. Tencent is actually the largest gaming conglomerate in the world, but it's also the largest chicken farm in China.
There you go. Two cloths, or one cloth, two pieces.
Well, it all just comes to how all the homogeneity of the tech is eventually going to be built. I was looking at, again, doing the whole Mastodon thing, and you got to pick which server you're doing. And I was looking at which servers had the most amount of users, and I was trying to do the air quote tokenomics of like what their design looked like. And I'm like, I don't got time for this shit. I go back to work and play in Unreal and play with Maya and play all the rest of the shit I'm doing. But it'll happen eventually.
They're gonna try. We'll see what happens. The world is changing right now. All that tech shit, it's going backwards, bro. It's not going forward. And what I mean by that is that the control mechanism, the control aspect of tech is going to weaken over time. And the reason for that is because of purchases like Twitter, Truth Social, and shit like that. That information flow is going to change the dynamic of how people view their tech surveilling the fuck out of them and controlling what they see. Because that's what tech is in 2022.
Well, they even take it one step further. Let's just say 50% of Twitter just got laid off because it didn't show up to work. The crumbling of that information flow of bubble that you're talking about, just that dam immediately is going dry, and the half-life and the decay on it will rapidly present itself.
That's what? No, that's not how Twitter works. Twitter is literally a fucking server. Those people don't fucking matter, bro.
No, their servers just went down yesterday.
Hold on. Am I fucking like losing my mind? I'm still seeing information flowing. I don't understand what you're saying.
I can find the article if I have to.
But what I'm saying is Twitter is still working. I don't understand what a down server has to do with that.
All over the globe, right?
Yeah, like this is the internet.
That's why I say a decay, right? A decay doesn't start at the first thing. A crack in the dam doesn't immediately mean the dam's going to break. It just means there's a crack.
Where are all these employees that walked out? Were these global employees that walked out? Were they just like the centralized employees?
I saw the scrape on my. Hold on, I think it may still be up because Stoff messaged me when I was just about to sit down and not be looking at this. I have it.
It's very.
Hold on, this is
very interesting for sure, but And because there's all kinds. I mean, Germany just had a major cell phone outage all over the country, like with multiple carriers. And
so it's a Business Insider article. Elon abruptly shuts down Twitter offices as workers resign in mass. And like I was just reading this like 5 minutes.
I mean, what else are the commies gonna do? Their playground is closed, bro. Bye, motherfuckers. See you. Nobody cares, man. Nobody gives a flying fuck. Carry on. The commies can go commie elsewhere. I mean, that's just what it boils down to.
Well, they already started a whole nother.
I'm sure they will, and ain't nobody gonna use that shit, so they can fucking do what they want.
Yeah,
it's literally irrelevant. It's funny, is what it is. You know, like they think they have some kind of power. Nobody cares, bro. Bye. It's so much so that the day Elon went in, 2 people that weren't even employed there walked out, and media ate it up for dinner. The whole space is a joke. Fuck out of here. Just like Wall Street's a joke. The whole system is a joke. Taking any of this seriously is laughable.
Well, I understand where Larry's coming from. Like,
it's $40 billion that he didn't have to work for. Wake up.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like, did anyone ever see the final disclosure of who gave him money to buy it?
Nah, there was a whole bunch of financing shit in the background, and unless you're like a part of those deals, private deals, and it's not disclosed, you're not gonna really know.
Yeah,
you gotta like to have access to that investor list. I mean, who's just gonna give you that? That's
right. So some of those guys should be so wealthy they don't even care if it tanks and goes up.
Don't disagree. It's as with anything that I ever say, I use it as a free simulation because normally I have to build this shit.
I love it.
And that shit is annoying as fuck. So if I get a free simulation out of it, I can basically mock up based on market practice, people's behavior, and again, what Wales was saying about the flow of information to take a tenement on how I can apply that to something else.
I love it. Yeah, being on with you two guys is such an honor because the big picture that you guys look at, because here the thing is that a lot of people always constantly forget that, you know, to me is that there is so much that we don't get to hear. Like there's top secret information, and not just in the military, but in businesses run on it. And that's why that's what's holding up blockchain is the fact that business is top secret, like real business. So like we don't hear shit, you know, like we hear what they want us to hear. Period.
100%. Well, it's the first thing I've always said about being a game dev for 14 years is the worst people in the game industry are the gamers. Ones that say that they bought something for $50 and now they have a say because they pretend like they did something. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You haven't fucking worked around the clock for fucking 14 years like I have. You don't even understand the concept of it. But because you put your money into something, now you dictate the parameters of what my job was. And that is completely incorrect. And you see that with a lot of.
Show me the contract where you get a damn say.
Well, I just want to know. I slept in what? I have not slept in 2 studios in 14 years in my entire career. And I do rolling 30-hour days, if you know me. So, like, for only 2 studios in my entire career that I have not slept in, and somebody bought a game for $50 and they're trying to tell me how to do my job, you have no even context what goes into my job, nor how it works. Same thing with all the fools.
Imagine how it feels being me.
Oh, no, it's the same damn thing. It's the same damn thing. It's funny. No, it's the exact same thing. It's because you actually can see the infrastructure, but you don't have the finances to change where the infrastructure and the bleeding dragon already is.
Bro, I don't need to do anything. Right? I mean,
you just work at it. You're a
the landscape. Here's the problem with finance. The landscape is unique to you. And if you do not know what to do, then there's nothing anybody can do for you.
I was talking about working on Wall Street, not personal finance.
Oh shit! No, fuck all that. I'm a Trojan horse from that perspective.
No, I know that. I know that. You know what I mean? Like you're the one that taught me.
I don't even think of that. Like it's funny because I did allude to it, but my mind didn't go that way. Like I don't care about that shit at all.
Well, no, but it's your pedigree, right? So, for example, if people use the word A, game theory, you know, it pisses me off. B, tokenomics. Tokenomics is a layer of mechanics. It's not the full bread and butter of what mechanics is. It's like taking a slice of salami and some cheese and calling it a sandwich. Well, you got no bread and you got no condiments. So like it's more like a almost lettuce wrap. But tokenomics is an important theory or point of the mechanics of the entire ecosystem, right? That you understand this more than anyone. The term in systemic design, they call it fox and hare. If there are too many foxes, they eat all the hares. If that happens, there's not enough rebirth of hares for the foxes to be able to reproduce, and they'll starve. And so, like, you have to have a common ecosystem, or the yin and yang, in between adoption or credibility or growth in equity, or compare that to what can other people pay with their dollar and use. Right. If they're pinned in the corner, they ain't going to spend any money, and because they're not going to spend any money, your luxury good or your commodity that doesn't feed the table is now a luxury, is no longer a commodity. So the pairing of fox and hare is very important, but that's also a systemic design or a game design thing, but it's also used everywhere. Technically, it's also common sense, and common sense isn't common anymore either.
Yeah, we let that go a long time ago, unfortunately.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what to say about that one, but you know, the whole tech thing. Like, look, you got to understand me, Kool-Aid, because I left the world, the quote unquote Western world, in 2002. Okay, I left it. Right? Yeah, I left it in 2002, and it was a certain way. You understand? I got back 8 years later, and it was not what the fuck it was. It did not progress. Period. Okay, with all these technological advances that we've supposedly seen during the 21st century, society has fucking regressed. And that's not a debatable point. It's a fucking fact. Look at the people that run the nation. How the fuck are they in position in the first place? Because motherfuckers don't care, bro. They're too busy jerking off, fucking around, doing the dumbest shit that doesn't fucking matter, while their whole existence is being controlled and determined by some fuckface that could give two rats ass about what fucking happens to you, and you're okay with that.
I don't disagree, sir.
But that's reality. Well, that's reality. Everybody doesn't care. Yo, did you see this Bankman-Fried motherfucker? He literally wrote or told in an interview, I just told motherfuckers what they wanted to hear.
Yeah. Well, the best part is that he was supposed to be the fucking white man Jesus on a cracker. And
sure, whatever. But he was a scam artist the whole time, and I done fucking told y'all. Right?
I don't disagree with you at all, sir.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm making a point. You know what I'm saying?
And the point is that
go ahead. You know the point.
The point is that he was technically actually running a loose faucet, nothing that had plugs, nothing that could hold weight. The boat wouldn't float. But then he was trying to sell DeFi, which is totally on chain, has backing of the individual, has knowledge of the people that do it. And yeah, you can fat finger a fucking Ether Delta or another DEX and fuck up. But the difference is you don't accidentally fuck up 34 billion.
Yo, look, I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta know you're getting scammed when you're getting scammed. And at this point in time, if people don't realize what's happening with the fake crypto, then you better know what you're doing with your crypto. Otherwise, you're gonna get fucked. Just like everybody that had money on FTX for whatever moronic reason. It's just the way it works.
What do we always say? Each one teach one, the world learns spray. But you are not. Knowledge is also the most expensive token in the world. If you don't take that knowledge, you shouldn't have been in that game to begin with. Don't get into the fucking kitchen if you don't realize that the pan's hot. And if it scolds you once, maybe you'll fucking learn how to be a proper chef. Everybody fucks up. But it's a very painful lesson.
I was waiting for you to finish. Because look, I'm going to tell you what, everybody wants to escape something. Right? Like, nobody's free. Yeah, it don't matter what
everybody's afraid to die. That's what it is. Everyone, like, people have this complex.
I'm praying for it. Hey, welcome, Paul. Sorry, guys. Sorry to talk more. I had to attend to a little one who woke up crying, but they're okay now. Loving the conversation. I was listening in. Paul Sachs, welcome, sir.
What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
Sorry
Just
to
enjoying
interrupt
the conversation.
Torrin, man. Go ahead.
Go for it, Torrin.
No, I'm trying to listen. I got two masters here. Three.
No masters, man. Just you guys want to know what I do? I'll tell you exactly how I
I'm
feel.
not. I don't mean that. I don't say that lightly. Sorry to cut you off again, but like.
No, you're good.
No.
I just want you guys to understand. Like, I'm just like you. You know, it's just this is what I know.
Yep.
There's got to be something that you know, just like this.
Correct.
Yeah, but there's a hierarchy that I kind of flipped in life. Like I went for like learning a wide variety of skills instead of saving those for my retirement. Like if I'd have done it right, I would have been retired at 30 and taken my dang time learning my little crafts and shit.
But if we're going that route, when Richard talks about that he had a laptop that had 2 GPUs, that was a 6900 GTX, I had a fucking render farm building goddamn movies and games.
Yeah,
I had a gianter can of Red Bull. But the difference is I was too focused on learning in my craft of being a game artist, a designer, a level architect, a storyteller, that I didn't put the fucking time in to learn this. And if I had done it, I could have punted my fucking insane amount of hardware towards that and been mining all sorts of shit and been stupid rich. The most important thing is not about timing, and not even timing the market. It's about understanding where you are in time and applying
here now. Yeah, woulda, coulda, done, shoulda, but we are here now, and I am like more than.
Well, you could have been like Jack Levin, you know?
Oh god.
There you go.
Nah, I'm just fucking. Yeah, I mean, dude, I remember here in Clearback. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta age myself a little bit. Here in Clearback, 2009 or 10, on Glenn Beck's radio program, talking about Bitcoin and him joking about. He's like, I wonder how many millionaires, if anybody holds this shit for a few years or for a while, how many millionaires I just made. This was, yeah. I'm standing in my duplex looking, going, how the fuck do I buy this shit? Where's it even? I didn't even know what Mount Gox was. I would have gotten wrapped up in that.
It was during that time.
Oh, it was 2011 then.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, so
$192 a coin, and I'm, barely making shit going, fuck, I got $90. How do I buy a coin?
Well, I didn't even realize it was a fractionalized asset at that point, right? It was like 1,200 when I was looking at it after I came up for air and game dev. And I'm like, well, I'm going through this breakup with my ex-fiance. We got to do this relocation. I don't have $1,200. If I knew it was a fractionalized asset, well, I would have learned what a fractionalized asset was. And then from there, I would have been on the forefront to also know what Ethereum was, to then know what AntShares was before it went to Neo, to then know about all the other nuances that happens in this space. You can't beat yourself up for not paying attention when you did. You just need to kick yourself in the ass to pay attention now that you know what you're doing.
Pretty much. That's why even though, like me, for example, right? Why am I not, a successfully rich trader, blah, blah, blah? Well, because I spent a lot of time, and I know this. You see, you gotta understand why things don't go the way you think they're supposed to, right? Because everybody's trying to do something, and that is really the crux that underlines everybody's everything. Think about it. Why do you wake up every day to go out and make some money so you can survive? Well, there's other people that have other things that drive them. That's just a very general basis from which humans operate, right? But then you got other people, like me, for example, and I can only use myself because I can't really speak to other people and what they've done in terms of a process. But I know that I literally spent over a decade. Well, not really over a decade, because the past, the back half of that decade, I was like really refining. But the first half of that decade, I was figuring out all the important points for me to be able to sit here and tell you guys exactly what the fuck you need to know. Not my opinion. Who gives a fuck about my opinion? It's not my money on the line. It's your money. My opinion is irrelevant. That's why you need the fucking facts. Not what I think some shit's gonna do in fucking X years. That's dumb. And that's called a forward-looking statement, which is why the SEC will come after your ass.
Yep.
And that's why you never hear whales talking about dumb shit like that.
Well, I always used to say that we teach people why, not what to buy. And if you actually understand the fundamentals of what things are,
Then it
you
doesn't
can
matter.
put 2 and 2 together by yourself. That's why if you want to do
Correct.
religious bullshit, all messiahs speak in parables because you have to put 2 and 2 together. Otherwise, you're not teaching a man how to fish or what a fish is. You're just giving him something to regurgitate.
Yeah, and we can't have that.
No, sir.
And that's the hardest thing about what we're doing.
Mhm.
That's the hardest thing about what we're doing. There's no instruction manual for life. I'm gonna say, like, that's my new mind. Like I've been saying, I just started saying that today, and I'm just keep saying it because it's so real. Like the more I learn about what it costs to be free, the more I realize that everybody is really fucked if they don't want to be free. It doesn't matter how rich you are. That's not being free.
Nope.
Because you're still beholden to some other motherfucker and you don't even know it.
That's richer than you.
100%.
Well, richer in the sense that they're free. Freedom is wealth.
Yeah, I got you. Freedom and time. Freedom and time.
Especially if your wealth is dependent upon a bunch of other people's contracts that you don't have full control over.
Freedom is wealth. If you don't dominate your time and your travel and your wealth and your everything, somebody is determining what you are doing, how you are living, all that shit, you're not free, period.
You're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. If you ever say this to yourself, and it's true, if you ever say, I'm spending money I don't have to go to see people I don't know, or to go to see people I don't like, do things I don't want to do, to be in places I don't want to be.
There it is. God damn. You know, it's funny too. I said recently, it's axiomatic in this thing that people say, never overextend yourself in this thing. And I'm sitting there looking at Pulse Chain and I'm like, if you did not overextend yourself to sacrifice for Pulse Chain or Pulse Chain, you're a dumb motherfucker, man. Like I fucking, all the way and then some.
You know,
you don't hear me saying every day, oh my God, it's
I never talk about
Chain,
Pulse
my
Chain.
life's fucked, you know?
I never even talk about it because there's nothing to talk about. Like that was 2021. If you didn't make the smart move back then, who cares?
Right.
It's too late.
But I mean, like at the end of the day, that's the whole thing about game dev and all the rest of that. We build on an ideal, but till we ship it, till we get it through search, ship it, and then get day one patch in to make sure.
You don't really know.
You don't really know.
That's
like
crazy,
I guarantee
man.
you, like Prey, one of the best games I ever built.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but
please.
I gotta know when you are building a game. How do you know outside of the story? I'm talking about the storyline. I'm talking about like the movement of the characters within the actual software. How do you guys? Are you guys like checking it as you go along because the code got to compile, or how does that work?
Oh, it's so many things, sir. It's one of the most. That's why, like, when I can look at something, I've called you directly when I have eyes on things, and I can read it. Because there's so many different paradigms of variables that compound on each other. Here's the fun fact that no one will tell you. When you outsource your animation for your character, that actually Achilles heals the entire game.
I didn't even know motherfuckers did that. That doesn't make sense to me.
It's all outsourced.
Wow.
Dude,
so they got a piece of
I never share where I work, but we just write the entire goddamn game again. And that's the second time since I've been on. That's 45 million each time. Bye-bye. And technically it's for the best.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have anything to say to that either. That's crazy.
It's crazy, but I mean, it is what it is.
Oh yeah.
But you watch out, you're approaching FTX levels.
Right. I mean, the difference is that like that happens, and then someone like me sleeps in studios to clean up the fucking poop.
Oh, you're that guy. Oof.
I'm the ship it guy. I'm the guy that fucking makes sure that.
Yeah, you're the you're the Michael Clayton. You see that?
I call it Winston Wolf. It's like you call the
same
wolf,
thing.
and
Same thing.
That's right.
Same thing. Different characters, but same concept. You know.
Yeah, I'm the cleanup guy, and so like I take care of the wet work, make sure shit gets done. I also make sure people that have families can go home and see their families, and all the rest of that shit. But like I was saying earlier, only been 2 studios in 14 years I haven't slept in. Now, at Vigil Games, the current art director for Diablo 4, I slept in that studio for 2 months. 2 months straight. But I mean, I also I went home every third or fourth day. They had a shower there. It's not a semi-truck. It's not like I wasn't already conditioned to this. I'm not gonna fucking fall asleep at my desk and poke my eye out like driving a rig down a fucking snow-clad mountain, fucking being chased by a tornado. But I whipped out 13 key rooms. This is my first job, fresh out of college. In like 2 months, still didn't save that game. But it's just wild how it all happens. And you can look at what I was saying earlier about the imploding of Twitter. I'm looking at it exactly from my game dev point of view to being like, I've seen this shit happen before.
Yeah, that's why I was jumping in, because I knew you was coming from that point of view. I was like, bro, that shit don't matter, man.
it does figure the Pootsmith whale.
Yeah, like I get your point of view. Like that would be like me talking about a bank or some shit. Like other people are gonna look at me like I'm stupid.
Right.
That's all. Like a normie, I'm a normie, bro. For your world, I'm a normie. You gotta understand that. I don't count.
But even like Zuck trying to create a metaverse when he doesn't know what a metaverse is.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I mean that was another multi-billion-dollar mistake. And
you guys remember the game Rust? I bet his shit came out looking like Rust.
No. So Rust was based on engine, wasn't it?
I don't know what engine it was, but I mean, it was rough in the beginning. I think they finally perfected it over the years, but
no, Rust is Unity, I think. Cool.
Oh,
yeah, Rust.
Rust was one of the first ones with proximity.
Yeah,
chat,
no. So Unity is kind of like the redheaded stepchild. It's like if you took Rags and you made him really tall. Wait, I always tell Rags he's my tiny ginger because his wife actually found me in Vegas and we were bullshitting and we didn't realize who each other were. And then I realized it was Rags' wife and I'm like, where the fuck's my tiny ginger? And I see her and I'm like, you are rather large, just like DCC. And I'm just like, you're going to be my tiny ginger forever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, yo.
Yeah, sometimes Larry gets high. I just don't have the hold on. I don't have the key lighter flick for the connotations when things happen.
Hold on, I got you.
I know you do, sir. I know you don't have the fan anymore.
No, I keep the computer on a respectable mode now, so it's not running at turbo speed anymore. Yeah.
You just need to upgrade to a nice 8K computer like I have to run 3 of them, and you'll be in business.
Wow, yeah. And you know what's funny? I can't imagine the machinery that you're running over there.
I
can't imagine.
So look, one 4K monitor, 2 4K monitors, 3 4K monitors.
And you're just talking about the monitors. I'm talking about the CPUs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was looking at upgrading my secondary computer, and it's $2,500 for the CPU upgrade just to use the one that my work computer uses, and that's 2.5 years old.
You on Threadrippers?
Yeah.
Yep.
So funny. I'm actually putting in work. I'm learning how to program. So.
Look at you go.
I'm putting in work. I'm over here keeping a 2012 desktop iMac alive.
I know. We're still worried about that hair.
That shit is not easy. That shit is harder than learning how to program. So good luck.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I'll put it in chat for you, bud.
Yeah, but no, I was looking at upgrading the Threadrippers, but it's kind of like I refuse to buy a PS5 from a scalper because I already work around the clock making video games and I don't play them.
I'm taking a stand.
I'm not gonna. I can torrent the goddamn games on my computer, but I just kind of like to be like in the controller.
That is true. Holy crap.
You know why? I don't have any work to do. There is no way for me to do work on this fucking controller. I am plugged in to being a consumer. Thank you. Sad but fucking true, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Well, I mean, like I sat back down at the computer and I'm modeling out some shit right now and rendering it while we talk. I'm like, well, I'm already here. I might as well use the keyboard while I'm here. It's kind of a waste of finger time.
That's it, baby. You know, life is easy when we just let it be. It's funny, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a mix and blend, right? Like you can be as good and great and learn as much as you want, but then if you get consumed in that ethos, your life is blood and sand.
Yep. Very
I mean,
much
you know this
so.
better than anyone. I've talked to you on the phone many times. Like I'm always grinding, and there's no takeaway, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even get drunk on the goddamn wine. It just keeps it. My back doesn't fuse from sitting in a chair for 30 hours straight.
Yo, I hate that. Like, that's one of the worst things about a desk job. Is that you stuck at that damn desk.
I agree. I agree. All right, gentlemen. And speaking of, I'm actually going to take a night off. So, as rare as it is,
I think maybe if the Earth was a globe, it would be off its axis, right?
Well, I came on to say hello and to have you all fine gentlemen a fantastic evening. Happy Thanksgiving when it comes to you, because I don't even know what day it is. I know that's coming fast. But yeah, just be all healthy, wealthy, and financially sound.
Yeah, and you're a good brother, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Sir Lawrence, there's rumors that you and I and another fair Mexican might
Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Works. That works, man.
Do it. Don't make me put where the fucking the hair don't shine. All right, guys. Y'all be good.
Larry, man, this is the closest thing I ever did to a D&B track, dude. It's a remix of one of my instrumentals.
It was really good. I was wondering where the music comes from. Like, is my soundtrack playing? No, I've only been up for like 18 hours. I'm not on 30 hours where I start hearing shit.
Dude, thank you so much for coming through, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Kool-Aid on episode
Peace out, man.
Of the Mind
guys.
Take care. The Body Electric.
I'm talking on mute. Shit.
That'll do it.
Here it is. You're gonna hear it. Shit pop culture. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming. Wales, my brother, it is so cool to be reunited here 4 days before the anniversary of your first invitation to me to come on your live stream. It was an episode with myself, you, Wendy's for Tendies, and Motley, and it's the infamous episode where we were cracking on TX Street.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a funny ass episode. I might have to bring that up in the archives.
Little South Park characters.
Oh my god! I was like, look at that big head motherfucker. I was like, oh my god.
Shout out to Wendy's and Molly.
How slow those blocks were coming out.
What a good website. What a fantastic tool they built that thing.
Oh my god, Paul, you should have seen us cracking on it. We were dying.
It's hilarious.
I need to go back and watch that.
It's a great site, man.
November 23rd, 24th from last year. It would have been.
Yeah, something around there. It was right before TG actually. Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hey TORRIN, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you. I'll see you in the
Pleasure to meet you,
diversion.
brother.
Yeah, you too, Wales. Thanks, man.
Yeah, this is one of my teammates right here, Wales. Orange.
Yeah, I see him in the chat all the time.
Inner circle motherfucker, dude. He helps me stay sane.
Well, we all need that.
Yeah.
Oh, vice versa. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that.
Paul Sack, Pulse X, my brother.
So fucking so close.
Thank you so much for your participation. Are you going to try and reserve a spot for free ball?
Depends on if I get a deer tomorrow or not. I'm going hunting in the morning, so.
All right. Best of luck. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it Saturday morning. Hard. Right.
I had an opportunity tonight, but I don't know. It was like a year and a half doe. I just didn't feel right, so.
Yeah, I walked
too young.
A year and a half buck tonight. 3.5. Like walked right into bow range last night. I'm 3.5 year old. I'm like saving him.
Hey, Finbear, suck on my balls, you cocksucker. Hasta luego, vato mexicano. Oh, look at this guy, just waking up. Bye, good night, Kryptomatic.
Oh,
very much.
What's up, DJ?
Oh, man. How you doing, brother? I guess you got nominated for Musician of the Year, huh? I hope you pull that one down, my friend. Not that it especially matters to any of us at all, but you know, it would be kind of sweet for my ass being like a fucking leper so often up in this motherfucker. It'd be nice. I get tired of just being right all the time. It would be nice to be funny.
They got an award for that. I mean, we can share that, bitch, can we?
Oh, you got the Lifetime Achievement Award, motherfucker. I didn't even get a word in edgewise.
Too funny.
My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, HEX1081 and PulseChainiacs, episode 53, started on November 17th, 2022. HEX1081 to 1082. I sing the body. Electric Weather Report album, 1973, I believe it was. Horsepower's 9. Please up! We'll be back. What? Fucking 18, 19 hours. Free ball. Friday. Gentlemen, if you want to partake, they got to be dangling. If they ain't dangling, you ain't wrangling with us.
Keep them outside the fence. We don't want them in.
Hey, what's YouTube's policy on if you got a meat swinging behind you?
We'll find out because mine might come out. Enough beers in me, my dick might just come out on.
Oh boy!
Find out. I just don't want to drive all these ladies crazy, man. You know, it's always.
Well, you know how that goes, man. Once they get a whiff, it's game over. So be careful.
Fuck, man. All right, my brethren. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Pleasure as always.
I appreciate it.
Take care.
Good things drop blessings. Check this out, kids. Take a ride. Ready in the room, I'm the rocket to the rafter, champion, the tribes and trailer parks. Fuck my captor. I'm in church with my craft, you know I have to. In roots of beds coming current like a rapture. I'm treating life like a rubber crack show. Can't respect the rappers when they pimp the pop pool. You better study, buddy, and cram begin. Don't be acting as if you ain't name begin. You wanna be without, son? Look within. The shit is muscle bound, the script's a little thin. Concocted images are hard when you're scared. When you was hell, man, no one cared. I seen this one whack fool with these whack tattoos, dressed like a lady but for fat Adam's apple. Listen up, you better not act. You may magnetize what you don't want to attract. Most of you hotheads should pop the lot then, or oxycontin instead of hitting rock stems. It's funny when the cycles go out trifle, like grabbable rifles after smoking a pipe fall.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good tonight, so I'll take two of those. Give me two of these and two of those over there. Word, check it out, yo. Perennials, swallowed the Seminoles chemicals. Now it's vivid to them, too much beer to have to chew them. Ric Flair jeans, North Face vest, British Columbian. Tapped out, huffing on the tank, my mind blank. My total tolerance is null and void. Heaven's the Megatroid. The glow sticks got me annoyed. From Pink Floyd to Frank Zappa. Catch ride with the toe tapper, hung over on the day after. The wrinkle party clothes, a runny nose, but I'm groovy though. Popping no doors up in the studio. With the records you beckon, the selection you giving. If you ain't fucking with us, it ain't hitting. For instance, check sound scan, pre-order shipments. Cause mom and pop stores with a commitment to stick with underground heads who got equipment, who face with making dope music from the basement. I don't speak to cruise English sometimes. Stick with my penis. I blend scenes with the greenest. I lock onto the meanest. I pop the top of boomies. Go that betray your stories. They thought they were so Galician in the Philly alley. You see, I am the truest. My thoughts come through you filled with some kids. Aspire to go, some aspire to be a Buddhist. Really rather Sufi master. Baba Muhayyadi. Stepping like Lewis, looked into my life and through it. I grew up with lots of crackers who acted like fucking actors, stacking chips and eating stacker. Now they're not even a factor. I am really always Macoon, but through the wicker. That's why my rhymes are sicker. Sentiments with style will stick ya. In a country filled with zombies, Georgie got the flam. Johnny's calling neighbor chickas commies. Over soups and noodle kanji. Julie wears roll the rulers, creep like kitties up the stoops. I wonder why they sweat the coolers. A block is sweating bullets. The park got 4 sections. One side is for Mexicans, other side Campbell Cow be Laos. Gangsters are reppin'. The blacks say fuck the moldy. The whites unsavory poultry. Drive past them all like I'm Emerson Fittipaldi. Guess to see the truth sometimes there gotta be some races. The kicks fit tight even when they got no laces. The hippest, deafest, freshest, leftist reppin' in the tempest. The city circus incursions make me nervous, thirst and worthless. Our love is like a flock of doves flying up to heaven above. They attack the rap for crap with prisoners' heads and burn laps, extra stacks with max and facts. I get with tax and taxes, we can whack cities and whack the way of tracks. So why the fuck we interact, son? I'm Mr. Magic, Melee Sparks, PC Dreams, the one man yo-yo power.